Sandra, we're back in here.
What's going on, Marcos?
Let's start with a cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for being here.
Just to being alive on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm. First of all, first episode I ever do on a Sunday.
Word.
If I'm not mistaken. So we ain't here like church, right?
This is gonna be like church, where get a little preachy, get a little just dropping facts. Like they do that in church. That's what the preacher does. He gives you the facts. He gives you the Bible. He preaches to you. He makes sure that you understand what he's trying to teach you, and that's what we're doing here right now.
Yep.
Boom. Sunday.
And you were episode 2 and 3.
2 and 3.
It's so crazy, right? When I started it, I was like, yo, who am I going to get?
Yeah.
And then I was like, I got to get her on here. And then we did like 3 hours and we still weren't done.
Nah.
And then I said, let's come back.
Let me tell and then, I came back again.
Yeah,
after
for
that.
the episode 3, I think it was the next weekend we came back. And then I was so excited, I forgot to turn the lights on.
Oh,
so
yeah.
if you watch episode 3, it's dark as hell.
Dark, but you could still see who we are. So
Yeah. It was dope though. So
conversation. We could have the same. It's a shame when you had me on. It was the same issues that's going on now.
How crazy is that? How crazy.
But
that was like 10 months ago.
Yeah.
10 months ago. This is episode 41. We're talking about 39 episodes later of random people I had on here.
And still the same issues. But but the conversation lasts so long because there's so much to say, so much knowledge to drop, so many opinions to give, so many, views of whatever we talk about. So
I know. It's wild. It is wild. But how you been?
Chilling. It's to be honest, it's been a kind of, with everything going on socially, with the cops still killing black people more than any other race. The trial that just happened. I actually work with in Carteret. I don't know if you remember the kid I told you about. I think his name was Monty in Carteret, who was driving and he crashed into he was evading police.
Yes.
Crashed into the wall. Police officer pulled him out and beat him.
Yeah.
Cop got away with it. That was the mayor's brother. Remember I told you that last time? All right. So I work in Carteret and I work with officers' wives, an officer's wife and an officer's mother. They're good people though.
Yeah.
They're good people. I kind of saw a train of thought from the wife, one time, and about compliance and stuff. And I didn't further that conversation with her. But then next to me I work with certain people. There's two people here and 2 people in the other place, and they're Trump supporters and Blue Lives Matter, and they wear the shirts. They have the
to work.
No.
Oh.
When we were on Zoom, when we were doing virtual.
But still
I work
work.
in a school.
But still work. So they're still wearing that in a workplace environment. Okay.
Wait. First Amendment right, though. Understand, that's their First Amendment right.
Yeah.
This is what I'm told. That's their First Amendment right. So I respect that. But you're not going to get, but 2 words from me, because I'm watching how you move. I'm watching what you do. I'm watching what you say. I'm just observing. I'm staying quiet. I'm staying to myself, doing my job, doing whatever I do. And that's it. That's all you get from me, because if you talk too much to the wrong people, it's not good. And there were situations at work that I got, it's like I'm not going to say a dark cloud, but it's just a time when I'm like so focused, and then I'm taking on a lot of, because I'm an empath, meaning I'm very sensitive, I'm taking on a lot of people's emotions and not their issues, but how they're feeling,
their energy.
You're
taking their energy and you're carrying
facts.
that.
But it's too much. If it was like one thing or maybe 2, I'd be able to carry that better. But right now I'm like, I'm in a little bit of a funk because of it. But I mean, I'm still cool. I just need to pull it back though. And not the socialism, not what I'm doing, but my emotional. So when I do something, when I feel a certain way, I cut off for like a day, and I get and I breathe.
Yeah.
And I chill and I meditate and I fall back for a second, and then I go and
reevaluate.
And then I come back and I'm like, all right, I'm rested. Let's go. Because there's a lot of stuff going on now.
I know. And that sucks, right? Because at work, I remember at my job, the owner came up to me. Hey, you voting for Trump?
Oh.
Right? And you know me, right? I'll talk till my face is blue. Like, we could talk for 12 hours, bro.
Yep.
Like, I'll call out tomorrow for this conversation. Like, we could stay here overnight.
Facts.
Let's get some food, and we could talk till we're sleeping. And when we wake up, we'll keep talking it out. I'll talk for forever.
Yeah.
Right? Especially if it's like a debate type of thing. And not even to win, just so I could understand you better.
Yeah.
And then maybe I'm wrong. Because I'm not married to any of my ideas.
Facts.
So therefore, maybe I'm wrong. And it might take 12 hours before I realize, like, all right, you know what? The way you put it, you're right. Maybe he should have stopped the car. You get what I'm saying? Like, let's talk it out. He's like, you voting for Trump? I'm like, listen, first of all, I don't discuss religion or politics at work.
Facts.
Because if we don't agree, this is going to affect my job. Now, if I win the lottery, quit, my stock market shit goes good, then I'm going to come back and be like, hey, let's go to the kitchen, let's talk, because I don't need you no more. You know what I mean? Like, there's no conflict of interest.
You gotta kind of play that game.
And that's sketchy, and that sucks when you're at work.
I have a
We didn't even get started. You hear the sirens? Like, damn, fam.
I was like, should I ignore it or?
Or should we just go live and be like, oh, we're already live? I didn't do anything. Fucking
I can't.
I know, it's crazy. It's
another
so
woman
much
that
shit.
one of the okay. So I'm gonna say there's four other individuals besides me at work. One of them puts a Trump. She had a Trump head,
like a bobblehead,
like a pen on her desk.
Yeah,
mind you, she's got a few black students and students of color. Actually, I think only two out of 8 students, I think 2 were white, but the others are black and Spanish. And I'm like, how do you? Oh, the other one was, and yeah, who, you know, if they see this, they see this. It is what it is. You know, I stand for mine. I don't talk about it. I'm not the first to bring it up. You know, I'm not even Black Lives Matter. I'm not going to use that phrase too much because I think we're past that. Besides the Black Lives Matter, like, we're still with the movement.
Yeah.
But I think it reached a level that we can't just scream Black Lives Matter. It's got to be a whole nother thing. But anyway,
we'll get into that.
Yeah. So
I'm so happy you're here.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah,
yo.
word.
I was looking forward to this.
Word, me too.
I was hoping, but
I was like, I hope she does a Sunday.
Yeah, and you know, I had my obligations were on slow mo today, so I didn't have to worry about too much outside. So I'm here, but so I don't know if you know, it's what they used to call Autistic Awareness Month.
Is it blue?
No.
Blue ribbon, the purple ribbon?
No. You're right. You're on the right track. Blue. The thing is that all that's changed. You know, there's an awakening with people with autism. They wanted to change the puzzle piece. They said the organization Light It Up Blue was Autism Speaks, and the organization's not a good organization from what I'm hearing from people with autism. So you know, so I'm trying to change. I'm trying to help change all that. I'm trying to do my part with that too, but one thing at a time.
One thing. Yeah.
So they every year Carteret does in the schools an awareness T-shirt, right? So you know they're coming out. It's about this year. They had one out. So the one that they put out, I was a little sketch about. I'm gonna see if I can find it. I'm a little sketch about because I looked at it and I was like, do you know what it was? And I'll show you a picture. I know it's hard for anybody else to see it outside of here. I might have deleted it because I was mad. Okay, you know the Blue Lives Matter flag, right?
Yup.
What does it look like?
It's black and white with the one blue stripe.
Okay.
I'm like the 6 stripe down.
Oh my God, I didn't even get that far with it. That's dope. All right, so when you see that flag with anything, what do you see? The same kind of blue lives? I'm going to show you the picture. What is this?
It's the stars are like rainbow because you got orange, blue, green, yellow where all the stars are. And it's black and white, and then it says autism in red A, yellow U, orange T, blue I, green S, M, and then it says awareness. Does that say awareness on the side of it?
Yeah, awareness.
Okay.
But do you get the?
I don't
what do
find
you
that.
think?
I don't find that offensive.
Okay, you don't think that this is Blue Lives?
No.
Oh, that no. Immediately.
You know why? Because this is why I think not.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because I get it that the Blue Lives did the blue stripe on the flag, and then the yellow one is for the Proud Boys.
Mm-hmm.
If you've seen the black flag, black and white with the yellow stripe, that's Proud Boys.
Mm-hmm.
That's their color.
Mm-hmm.
Then they had a green one.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot which one that is. There's
Is-
so many stripes.
Is a white supremacist group?
Proud
some-
Boys, the yellow one is.
No, I know that one, but the other.
I don't know. The green one, you just see
All right.
people in the parking lot. But,
Yeah.
right? This is what I'm saying. So, sure. But we have to be careful as humans to not associate one thing with a lot of things, even though visually it looks like that.
I'm gonna tell you something though. That flag has now been deemed the Blue Lives Matter. That flag, whatever you put on it, I'm gonna. You named the white supremacy group, right?
Mm-hmm.
You named another white supremacy group,
I guess.
right?
I don't know what the green is. I maybe.
No. I'm saying you.
Oh, the yellow
cops
one.
And
Yeah,
the yellow
yeah.
One. Two
Oh,
white
I get what you're saying. Damn,
two white
slid
supremacist
over my
group,
head.
right? It's all good. But
This is so fun. Oh shit.
But the first thing that people see when they see that, you see it on a car. It doesn't matter what other colors are on there. If you see it from afar, you're like, damn, that's Blue Lives Matter. It doesn't matter where you are. It could be a mile away, it'd be huge. It does. You don't see the blue line, but you just see. Imagine if it was all black. Right now in this climate, right now that we're in,
Yeah.
it's deemed the Blue Lives Matter.
You
flag.
automatically assume like, that guy's on that side.
Now that's the shirt that was approved for autism awareness. Now I told you I work with a policeman's wife.
Yeah.
Who's a great person. She is a great person. She's a good person.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't had issues with her, so I'm cool. An officer's mother, she's fantastic.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Mazel got knocked out, Senna.
Yo. I'm like, where we going? What we doing?
Damn, they dropped some bars on you.
We're storming the Capitol. It's a revolution.
Yo,
I love that drop. Oh, anyway.
Okay.
But yeah, no, the mom.
So the mom, she's, Blue Lives, and the lady next door to me, she has her Blue Lives on her Zoom when you put it on like pause or something like that.
Yeah.
The Blue Lives is her photo. Here there's another woman, she blatantly Blue Lives everything. So coming from there as well, that is in honor of autism awareness.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also an ode to Blue Lives Matter too, because about 11 cops.
Did they design that shirt? Who designed it?
It's on a website. Teespring or something like that. And it's on the website as one of the options.
Along with, you can buy that. You can buy Blue Lives Matter. You can buy
anything. You could put anything on. Yeah, you could put anything on the shirt.
Yeah, because this is what I mean. This is what I mean when I say we got to be careful of. Like what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I live by that. So if I want something done for me, I have to expect the other side to want the same thing done for them.
Yeah.
I might not agree with the people, but for example, on a Joe Rogan, everybody knows who the fuck he is.
Yeah.
Right? He says the only way to combat bad speech is with more speech, not necessarily good speech, just more speech. You can't combat bad speech with less speech. So if we hear somebody saying Blue Lives Matter and we tell them you can't say that, don't talk anymore, that doesn't work.
No.
Because now we just don't let them express their thoughts. So we need more speech. We need to be like, hey, Blue Lives Matter, explain to me your side. And they need to be just as open and come to the table and be like, what is Black Lives Matter?
No, but
you get me? Like,
bro, we are so past that. We've been doing this for more than a year. This is going back to Trayvon Martin, Eric Garner. This is going back then, where the explanation of not even Black Lives Matter, but the Black Lives Matter movement.
Move that up a little bit more, T.
Okay. Instead of Black Lives Matter, we attach the movement to it because people think that Black Lives Matter is the group, and that's the first step, is differentiating the Black Lives
organization
Matter with the movement. Yeah, exactly. You have to, because the Black Lives Matter organization is going through some stuff right now.
I never trusted them.
No, I didn't either. I was totally behind the movement.
Yeah,
Definitely
I'm behind
movement.
what it stands for,
Yes.
not the organization.
No.
Everything gets corrupted.
Exactly.
It's impossible.
Exactly. But we have, and I say we because I am along with a whole bunch of other people who are doing the same thing. I am none of, like, you have spits and spats of my friends doing it on, like, my social media friends doing it. But not it's mostly people I don't know that I see, doing the movement as well. But oh damn, I forgot my train of thought.
The flag, but see, I don't think the autism thing is that bad.
Okay.
Just 'cause
What am I
it
gonna say?
looks like
No.
it.
What
It's
am I?
kinda
What am I gonna? When you see the American flag now, what do you think? Now,
The regular colored one?
right now, yes. Facts. And I want you to tell me the truth. I want you to tell me the absolute truth, not the devil's advocate.
No, I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Yeah.
If you asking my personal opinion, and it isn't now, is I've been thinking this way since I was 11, because of shit that I seen growing up on Fayette Street on 185. I see colonialism.
Facts.
Do I want to live anywhere else? No.
No. Well, New Zealand, but besides the point.
Right? Yeah, exactly. But this is the thing. We have to realize, as people, as society, as human beings, as a species. I always go back to caveman style. When we were cavemen and women, right? There was that cave and there's my cave. That cave, there's some dudes over there that are hunting animals, and they got women and children. But they got more animals on their property. I'm in my cave. I got more women, but I don't got enough animals. So now there's a battle here where I got to talk to my women like, you don't need to eat that much. We got it.
Yeah.
To keep my women to procreate, so our village our cave can one day have enough people to possibly go over there and take their animals. And he's like, look, there's only 10 of us, but we eating good and we're stronger than them. So as long as we eat good, we can go over there and take his women, procreate, and our cave will have more people and we'd be stronger. And that's how every country, as long as humans been around, is formed. And that's how people maintain power. Guns and butter.
Yeah.
You heard the concept of guns and butter?
Vaguely.
It is, there's two ways to have a society. Well, a couple ways. But if you have guns and butter representing food. If you have guns, but you don't have no butter, cool. You can defend yourself, but your people are hungry, and now they have arms to turn up against you.
Yeah.
And now if your society has butter, aka food, but no guns, that's cool. Y'all are all good until the people with guns come and take your food.
Yeah.
And now you can't even protect yourself. So you need guns and butter. You need food and a way to protect your life in order. So guns and butter is the politics or the theory that you want to live by.
And we know that the government is super corrupt. We know what they're trying to do with us. Not right now. I don't feel that there's much we could do because we don't know how to be unified. And you know what I'm saying? And what they're throwing out there, there's no way to be unified. And it's not going to happen for a really long time, to be honest.
Do you think that as humans, you think we can do that, be unified upon our own free will? Or is there going to be some like alien type shit where just over hundreds of years, we're all going to mesh into one thing? To the point where there is no more beef because we all the same. Eventually, there's going to be no more race. This is going to be beige power.
But that's not going to even. We're going to mesh no matter what. That's inevitable.
It's inevitable.
It's inevitable.
I won't see it. I won't be around for it.
We won't be around for it. But as far as coming together, that is not a possibility because we are being pitted against each other. You know what I'm saying? We are being pitted against each other.
We are.
It's like it's blatant, but there's no coming backward because, for example, cops are still killing, people of color. And until police stop killing people of color are not going to stand down because we've been fighting. I say I got to categorize that as we, but mostly black people have been, because we are a mix of race.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, for real.
Black people have been fighting for their rights since they were brought here.
Correct.
So, they're still running the race that they had to wait, 400 plus years to start running. So they're stopped right here. Black people are here. White people, the colonizers have been running and running and running and running and running and running.
Yeah.
So they lapped them several times. So now they're getting, so recently they're starting to get a little bit of a chance, but it's like they keep on moving the goalpost, the finish line. They keep on moving it. So until until the cliche, until Black lives matter, all lives cannot matter because all lives are about here. The rest of the lives are about here. Brown and Black lives and those not white are falling behind. So when we catch up, when Black people catch up, then we all matter on the same level at the same time. Yeah. So that's what this fight is about. That's what the movement's about. That's what I know. That's what personally I can't speak for the whole organization or the whole movement.
How you feel.
These are my personal opinions and my personal opinions only. But that's the way I perceive things. That's the way I see things. That's the way I research things. And there's a lot of people on social medias that give you so many examples, so many, reasons they when they speak. I wish I could be one of those people online that can speak clearly and get my point across. Sometimes I can't because I don't have the words.
But
to
not
do
only
it.
not only that, this is how it should be. This is how it should be, right?
But I mean, a conversation, absolutely. But
social media can't work. It's not gonna work. Like, imagine I text you some wild, like I could have texted you some normal shit, right? Hey, what you doing, something? If I worded it wrong, you would have been like, the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about?
No.
So it's like even me asking you to come here, I was like, I gotta word this. I gotta be, because it's like everything could get misread. Even I text somebody, I'll be like, ooh, that sounded kind of crazy. Delete. But it didn't. Like, you know me.
But that's the thing with social media. People put out their opinions, their views, their ways of seeing things, right? And then the conversation does start. It may start in the comments, but whatever that person says always has people thinking, like, damn, that does make sense. Like, that's what I was trying to do with Makia. With the girl, the teenage with the. Let me tell you, I even got some slack from you about it. Yeah. But what I'm gonna.
No, mine was the bikes.
Oh, yours was the bikes. I apologize. Yours was the bikes.
Yeah.
The bikes.
Little knuckleheads.
They were being knuckleheads.
I want to get in that, but let's start with Makia.
So people now that has split us in half. That as people of color, because we're so complicit and so. Used to, if somebody has a weapon, you shoot them dead. Bro, if I lived by that when I was working at a school for handicapped kids, I'd have at least 5 dead kids. Okay? No. All right? Yeah. I had training to take down without weapon. If they have something, there's ways to do it. I was trained to do that. That's why I see things from a different point of view than a whole lot of people. If you're a teacher, social worker, counselor, paraprofessional, which that's what I am, or anybody who works with kids, young adults, brain injury places, school for handicapped kids, any of that with mental disabilities, you have to learn how to deal with them without hurting them.
Correct.
That's the training that the police do not have. And it was and I was watching something yesterday, in fact, and that is not part of their training. They don't have that part of their training.
But now on that, I didn't watch too much of that situation because I couldn't find too much. I seen 2 videos. The one that he was just standing afterwards. That was the first one they released.
That
where he was just
everybody,
standing
yeah,
there.
they want to release that body cam really quick.
No, there was no, not his. The one where it was a witness that she was laying down.
Oh, that
and
one.
he was just standing there with like an armband. I guess he had his arm wrapped or something.
Yeah.
And he was just like,
Yeah, that's I have
That was the
posted that
first
one.
one.
Yeah,
and then there
the
was
body
the
cam.
other one.
The body cam.
And granted, this is what I'm saying. She called the cops from inside the house. Cops came. She came out with a knife, right? Is that how it went down?
No. See, that part, she didn't call the cops. See, that's the thing, is that facts are coming in every day.
So who called the cops?
I think it was her sister or somebody close to her called the
Okay.
cops. Then her father, the guy who kicked the other girl in the head.
Yeah, with the gray hoodie.
Yeah, that's her supposed to be her father. That I don't know yet. Like I said,
Yeah.
recently happened, so we gotta wait a little bit. He supposedly came, so she felt safe enough to come outside for whatever reason.
When the cops came, she felt safe enough to come outside.
No, when her father came.
Okay.
And then she came outside. And these were grown women that were trying to jump her. And in her own house. The people she lived in a foster home. And these were her own foster family
Okay.
who were trying to jump her.
Okay.
15 years old. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about when you were a 15-year-old kid. What, is that a sophomore in high school, I think?
Freshman.
Is it
15,
freshman?
16,
15, well,
16, 17, 17.
but
Yeah,
not
freshman.
not a junior, senior, not a senior.
No,
you know what I'm
definitely
saying?
not.
Not almost an adult. I
No.
mean, you're close to an adult, and I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
that she, is a child, but she's a child.
Brain hasn't developed yet, scientifically.
Facts. So when she came out, and I saw another part of the video. Did you see the new video that came out? Okay, it's from like across the street. The cops had just enough time. If she was in my school, and I'm the teacher, well, in the other school, I'm the teacher, and I see her going after somebody with a knife, bro, I'm tackling her. I see her attacking anybody, fight or not. My job is to, well, not in the public school because public school handles things differently, but in the other school I was at, you would have to like tackle them. You would have to restrain them in some way. The video shows he had time to do that. He had time to, I don't know if he saw the knife at first. She attacked somebody on the ground first. She pushed somebody on the ground first.
With the knife in hand, though.
Yeah, but she wasn't.
No, but she still got the knife.
Yeah, she knocked it. So instead of going to try to tackle, I'd rather her be tackled on the floor than dead, to be honest. I'd rather her have a fat gash on her eyebrow than her be dead.
Right.
So he had ample time to
Okay.
handle it differently. Then she went, but he allowed it to go to where the car was. Then he saw the knife. Now, as a cop, I don't know what it is to be in that situation. I'm not going to judge that. I can't judge that. But as a person who's worked with kids and young adults and kids smaller than me who are stronger than me,
Yeah.
and that I've had to take down, that's where I said it could have been handled a couple seconds earlier. It didn't happen as fast. It happened fast, but he had time. He had time to react to her already on the ground.
Yeah. Now, this is my thing. There are cases like Tamir Rice
Yep.
playing with a pellet gun. What was he, 13? Not even.
12.
12. They came out, opened the door, shot.
Yep.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Now, this situation, he comes out, sees it with a knife, didn't react quick enough. He's like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, is she going to stab that girl? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now.
And it wasn't a girl. It was an adult from what I read. But go ahead.
When he
person.
shows up, he don't know nobody's age.
Yeah, I know.
He's
but
just...
but that's why he should have done something quick. He's waiting. He waited too long for a situation to occur.
All right, but this is the thing, righty?
Mm-hmm.
This is, I'm on... This is
I
what
know
mean.
we on the same ride. Go
Right.
ahead.
I'm
Go ahead.
with you. But my fear is that it's the crying wolf. That's a bad analogy, but I'm gonna use it for the sake of argument, right? We can't put every situation on the same scale as all of them, as police brutality.
Why not?
Because this is what happens. If you put that situation with the girl with the knife and the cop and he shot her, he had time, on the same level as Derek Chauvin kneeling on George Floyd's neck for 9 minutes and 29 seconds, and they hold the same weight, if we make that seem that it holds the same weight, then it ends up being like, but hold on, this is a nuanced situation. George Floyd, that was murder. That was uncalled for, clear murder. This one, you cannot say that it was that cop was as grimy as Derek Chauvin.
But that's not what's being said. It's not that the cop is grimy. We're saying that the system is broken, and in across the board with cops killing black individuals, brown individuals. That's the whole center of it, is that cops do not have the training to deal with our people and black people. They don't have the training to understand what's going on. Now, yeah, Derek Chauvin was straight up murder. What about Alton Sterling? They said that he was reaching for a gun, and they shot him. You know,
Yeah.
there's no proof to that except what the cop said. Who else? The list is so endless.
But this is what I mean. But this is what I'm saying. Let's talk to two of these ideas here. One idea would be that if the cop had to make a decision that day, imagine if he was like, let me tackle her, let me taser her, let me do this, do that, because, you know, the climate, I don't want people to think, let's just say he's a good guy. Let's say he's genuinely a good guy. He didn't sign up for this. He woke up, he's like, son of a bitch, what the fuck?
Wait,
I just want...
He didn't sign up for it?
No, meaning like he just wants to be a cop.
That's the thing. When you're a cop, that's part of it, though.
I know, but I'm saying he wants to help people. He's like, look, I don't want to be caught up in a racial issue. I'm doing my job. Well, let's say he don't see color. Let's say we have to talk this out. Let's say he don't see color. He goes there and he's like, what the fuck? Right? Sees a girl with a knife. Maybe his training was whack. He didn't react quick enough. But now he sees her with a knife. Imagine if she went poke the other girl. Regardless of the uniform or not, these people are not robots, right? He has to be like, oh shit, I wasn't quick enough. And I just let somebody stab somebody. That will be with him for the rest of his life, if he's a good guy. He's going to be like, oh my God, because of the climate and because of everything, I didn't react, and I just watched another human being stab another human being, and that person died, right? Whole shit. Second part. That's that side of it. Second side of it, he went up there. He was like, look, these motherfuckers all fucking out here. Cardi B out here fucking up everything. Fucking ratchet. Look at all she's pushing. Oh, she got a knife. Fucking bing, bing, bing. Hey, I thought she was going to stab her. See? We don't know. But the problem is that it happens so often that it looks that we automatically go to the,
But okay.
oh, he's hot. We don't know.
I'm gonna cut you off for a second. So he doesn't know, but this is my point. We have an endless list of people who died by police officer.
Correct.
Okay. Letting that go when some other things could have been done, when there was other options. There were other options. Can you shoot them in the leg? No, they're not trained that way.
They're not gonna do that.
The taser, it might have not worked. You know what I'm saying? Running up to her probably would have worked. You know, it could have worked. There was other cops there who could have just stepped in too. They see what's going on as well.
Yeah.
And they didn't step in. This is what I'm saying. They're not trained enough. We have a long list of things. If we let up on one situation, they're like, oh, but this situation, no, it's all right. He was justified. We can't let up on situations that could have been prevented from having another hashtag. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just afraid that words will end up not carrying the same weight and same oomph on every situation. You get what I'm saying?
So who though?
Just in general.
I know, but it doesn't. It needs, the only place it needs to fall on, which is why we should be staying on code, Even though people are like, oh well, he did it. No, we have to stay on code for the reason that we are a force that has to battle another force, the racist force, the police, the slave patrol force. We have to stay united. We have to stay on code, because if we don't stay on code, they see us fighting amongst each other. And that's been another problem in our society, is because we have, I'm not saying, and we can't say all cops are bad. We don't ever say all cops are bad. That's not it. Yeah. We have the good, but you know what? They're all bad when nobody speaks up. Correct. Look what they when the few that have spoken up have gotten reprimanded. A woman a former police officer after 12 years of after she stopped somebody from brutalizing a police officer from brutalizing somebody, she didn't get her pension.
Oh, black lady,
Yeah.
Yup.
A black lady.
And then she sued and she got it, though. Right?
But come on. Yeah, she did.
She did.
12 years, though, later. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. But there's a thing as well. You're right. We already know, or people should know. If you don't know, Google it. Why police even exist.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I just dropped that. Slave patrol.
Exactly. Now, there is a point, how should I put it? There's a point, right, where you still need, it's too late. We need police. We need police.
Okay. I
Because
agree, but I agree, but I disagree at the same time.
Because listen, if somebody breaks in my house, I'm good on my end.
Yeah.
People, I don't need to say much, but this is the wrong crib. I'm gonna take my chances, but this is the wrong crib to come into.
But but whoever broke in your house already got there, so you wouldn't be calling the police to help you. You'd be calling the police.
No, I'm handling it myself, and I'm gonna have to map it out strategically and tactically the way I would.
But usually the cops don't. They respond to emergencies. Some emergencies do not involve the police. When the police get involved, that's when all hell breaks loose.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is we need police, because if somebody did break in, even though regardless, I'm tactically smart enough to know how to handle it with or without them. Yeah. I'm still calling them.
But why?
For the legality of it.
What can they do? What?
Just on paper, I called.
So pause. Same logic. Somebody breaks into your house. You handle your business. They come. They see you as you're handling your business. What happens to you?
That's what I'm saying.
So why do we need a system?
Yeah, but it is on me to be prepared for such situations.
Yeah, but
where that doesn't happen.
Yeah, but I'm saying, Breonna Taylor, cops did no knock for whatever reason, because there are some reasons popping up again, and I don't want to get into that. Yeah. Breonna Taylor, the cops no knock. Homeboy shot at them because he didn't know they were police. They shot back. They killed Breonna, whatever. They came. There was no situation happening. They were supposedly they were trying to do some type of drug bust back
investigation because her ex-man was selling drugs.
But that was an investigation. So if they wanted to, they try to do an element of surprise, which backfired because, we have the Second Amendment right. People have a right to carry. So they carried. But then he went to jail. He got processed. He did that whole thing, even though all charges were dropped.
Yeah, eventually, yeah.
But he had to spend that time,
yeah,
in jail or waiting, whatever decision but he had to mentally, he had to go through that. Like, can you imagine being plucked from your girlfriend just died? They killed your girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Do you know the mental state he's in? But the police are treating him like bat, whatever. You were the one.
Of course.
But it was them.
Yeah.
So what kind of police force do we need? Do we need the current one? Do we need to reform department by department? Do we need to dismantle the whole department and rebuild with different training, with the college credits, with the bachelor degree and everything, with the constant training of people with mental disabilities and mental issues? That's what I say when I say dismantle the police. Dismantle it. Then you come in, you before you dismantle it, you give police officers, okay, from this date, we are going to only accept people with bachelor's degrees in these subjects. You need to have this training when you come on board, or you cannot patrol the street. That's what I mean. What the system we have is a system that we had 300, 400 years ago during slave days, when the slaves would run away and they would go and bring the slaves back or kill them, depending on what the plantation owner wanted to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We still have, look what's going on. You know what I'm
still
saying?
need some type of degree for certain law enforcement though.
But to be a regular officer on the street, you don't need a criminal justice degree. You don't need any of that.
No, you don't.
You have to go through a certain
even
training.
for the states.
Yeah.
You don't need any specific
But
law degree. They
it should
just
be-
need to show, you need to show your dedication that you can do something for a certain amount of years and pass before we even take you. Because I know this for a fact, right?
Yeah.
Because I asked somebody and it was like, somebody else wants to do this. Should he take political science, whatever? He's like, listen, it doesn't matter what they take. We don't look at that. We look at the fact, can you sign up for something for 2, 3 years, 4 years, complete it and pass? Because if you can't even do that, where like it's non-stressful, like life or death, well, we don't need you.
Yeah.
Right? So you got to show something. My thing is, we got to be careful. I'm so in the middle. I feel like I'm watching everything from the outside.
Yeah, you are. I definitely know you are.
I'm watching everything go down and I'm like, yo, y'all bugging. You're kind of bugging. You know what I mean? Like, or you're right, you're kind of right. Right? How do we get all this? Far right, extreme far right, which would be Nazis, and build a wall, fuck the Mexicans, right? As if Indians, Russians, Asians, Australians, New Zealand, every other country that's not legal here isn't immigrating here. Come on, stop playing with me. Go to Edison. You telling me every single one of these Indian families is here legally? Come on, man. Why is it Mexican?
But wait, all the Indians are in one town, right?
Because they ain't stupid. They're smart.
The Mexicans in Birth Amboy, they're all in one area, right?
Because, you stick around your people. But I'm saying, like, the far right is fucking Mexicans. That's the ignorance of the so far right that you realize. Do you know Mexicans don't even want to come here?
That's bad.
It ain't Mexicans.
And that's bad.
It's Guatemala, El Salvador, Colombia.
And they're only,
Mexicans are like, yo, fam, we good.
No.
We've been over there.
And they're only coming here because their situations are dire and extreme where they're living to where it's coming here is a matter of life or death.
Correct.
Yeah.
And America has its hands in that as well.
Yeah, I know.
For
Lord, I
decades.
know. I know.
Right? So, of course. But that's the far right. That they go, fucking Mexicans. When that ain't even true. Then you got the far left. Let's cancel Mr. Potato Head.
No.
Pepe Le Pew.
Whoa,
No,
whoa,
what I'm
whoa.
saying, like the far left is that extreme.
But they didn't do that. The companies themselves did that. Without any pressure from anybody. They did it themselves.
There's no pressure. This is what I mean. Look, companies that are like when the NFL puts end racism on the back of Tom Brady's helmet, right? When Coca-Cola or Nike has Kaepernick, gives Kaepernick a commercial and this money, listen, let's be real. Every single one of these corporations that adjust to left side movements, they just want money. They don't give a fuck.
But it's left and right because the right wingers wanted that too. They didn't want. They're about the rape culture. They're about the save the kids. Very, very like normal people, but more extreme.
Something that everybody should stand for.
But more extreme, like
QAnon.
Yeah,
they start going that level
with their conspiracy theories and stuff like that.
Correct.
So they're in that same boat. What the left is what I see is the social justice.
Yeah,
stuff.
but I'm saying extreme left.
Okay.
Extreme right is fuck these Mexicans, build
Okay,
the
I
wall.
can see
And then there's
extreme-
right wingers.
Okay.
Then there's centrists. Then there's left wingers, and then there's extreme left.
I can see that. That's the
that is
whole-
on some old Chad in Seattle. We're gonna hold these 6 blocks down, and nobody comes in.
Yeah.
Guess what, fam? Chad in Seattle held those blocks down because the government is fucked up. They don't want borders in the world. Borders are wrong. Policing is wrong. And guess what happened? Chad put borders around the 6 blocks. You just built walls. And guess what?
Yeah.
They had armed patrols. Guess what? You made your own police force.
Yeah.
So you know what that shows to prove what that proves? Humans think that they got it figured out and that this is how it's done.
that
Absolute
they,
power
they
corrupts
think-
absolutely.
yeah.
And you think you're doing a good thing, and guess what happens? Now they are the occupying force of those
Yeah.
6 blocks. So the freedom that you were fighting for, you now deny to others
Yeah.
because they don't agree with you. So now the government or the police force, we can think, doesn't agree with us, and now they kill us.
Yeah.
What
But-
is Chad doing? They had murders over there too.
But wait, talking about cops, the cops, I don't know if you've recently seen a video of them saying that they were, because Derek Chauvin, they were going to go hunting. There's a recent video out of policemen talking about they're going to go hunting.
for real?
Bro, please look it up.
I don't think you're lying. I'm just saying, for real. I meant
That's
no,
what
like,
that's
as in like a shock.
no, yeah,
no, like,
yeah.
no.
Yeah, that's what. And so that type of stuff, when it comes out, you can't say, you know, we shouldn't dismantle the police if they're a gang, they're a
Of
slave
course.
patrol, you know, running. And yeah, in Chad, yeah, because that's what we've been known for here is policing and how people with guns have to control the people without guns.
Guns and butter.
But we've been doing this since the beginning of the United States of America.
But we've been doing this
this.
since the beginning of humans.
Facts.
Because listen,
Yeah.
once again, back to the cave. If you came over to my cave, I'm going to damn near spear you with this tree branch that I sharpened up because you're not coming over here.
Yeah.
And then it's like eventually.
So what do you need the police for though?
Because in current society.
You said for the legality, but besides that.
Yeah, because. No, I'm saying for the legality purpose, I'm calling 911.
Mm-hmm.
Just because
But
the way the law is.
But how are the police going to help? At that point, whoever's on
Because
the ground.
we can't live. This isn't Wild Wild West. We can't. We as society, we moved down to a point technologically, and we advanced to a point that we can't just have lawlessness. We can't just go out there
not
and
saying-
duel
but
and
not
back
saying-
10 paces and turn around and be like, bam, whoever wins is
it'd
like,
be fun.
fuck it, you got it.
It'd be fun.
It'd be
No.
fun. You can almost say that's what they're doing now to a certain extent. Just some people got more ammo than others.
Yeah.
You feel me?
But like I said,
But we do need.
we need a
law and
system,
order.
but we
need
don't.
law and order.
But we don't need it the way it is now. That's the whole point of me screaming, yelling, fighting, debating, talking about it, posting a picture, you know, doing what I do, sitting here talking to you.
Yeah, because we definitely need it. We can't stay as people. You can't stay quiet because then it becomes, oh, look, they're not beefing no more. Let's pop 5 more of them.
Yeah.
Because now it's not a problem. Now they got to be like, oh my God, guilty on all charges, 40, 25, 10 years.
And that's
we
it.
got to be careful.
That's the thing. That's the whole purpose. What you just said. That's the whole
it
purpose.
makes them rethink.
Of exactly. Because back in the slave days, when the slaves were, even after when the slaves were free, when it was Jim Crow era, and they were taking people and just for no reason, either lynching them, shooting them, or returning them, whatever. It's that system where they can get away with it. They were getting away with shooting, lynching, and everything because it was okay to do that. It was Jim Crow law. It was okay to shoot a black person and not serve any time or get arrested for that.
Yeah.
They're doing the same shit now, but the power of video cameras now more often, the police are getting caught. Now they're going back. Now people are screaming, you know what? Immunity. Take away their immunity. And they're taking away the immunity, meaning it's more words than that. But
I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, where the cop can do something, but they won't be found because they were justified.
You are not allowed to. Police immunity is what a normal person could get sued for. A police officer cannot get sued for due to their position. Granted, now.
Yeah.
If he went into the laundromat and fucked somebody up because they didn't press his shirts, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about like a civil aspect.
Well, from
lawsuit.
on their job.
Yeah, like concerning their job,
Yeah.
they can't get sued like a normal person would because it's like, yo, fam, I'm out here. Somebody called 911. I walked into the 7-Eleven. I seen the dude beating up the girl behind the counter, and I hit him in the head. Or I tased him.
Yeah.
Can't sue me for tasing him. I was saving her life.
And that's different.
And then, so yeah, you can't sue. Now,
No.
if I went in and just tased somebody that was hitting the girl, they'd be like, bro, you're not a cop. You can't go out tasing people.
Yeah.
I could get sued. Even though I was saving her life, I could get sued.
But at the same
If
time,
you
as
sue
well.
me for that, bro, we got problems. Swear to God.
But
bro.
at the
Help me,
same
Howard.
used to. But at the same time, the cops have this code. They have their police unions that they hide behind.
Correct.
So, when people are screaming, they have to hear it. They're hearing it.
Yeah.
Derek Chauvin's the first one. Now, mind you, we still have to wait. Him being found guilty is only a tiny step. We still have to wait for a lot of things. He's gonna appeal. They're gonna try to call. His defense is gonna try to scream for mistrial. Maybe the judge is feeling, a little racist or, biased towards him and gives him the least amount of sentencing and all this. You know what I'm saying? So what's true justice? But this is only the beginning. They're reopening cases. They're looking at other things. They're looking at other cases. They're looking at Tamir Rice again. They're looking at, they're still looking at Breonna Taylor again. Like they're going back. And that's because everybody's screaming. Dismantle,
Defund.
Defund. I stopped using that because instead of defunding, now it needs to be dismantled. Because when we're screaming defunding, they're not hearing us. Now we're seeing dismantle.
Because this is the thing. I don't think we need to defund the police.
I think no. We still hold on. Pause. I work in a public school. Okay.
Yeah.
We need to fucking defund the police. Excuse my French.
Yeah.
Because those funds that are going to them need to be put back into the educational system first and foremost. They need to go and have other departments besides the emergency response department, police department. They need to have the mental health department attached to and that's where their funds can get allocated to. That's what I'm talking about. So I do still agree with defund the police 100%.
Yeah. I don't agree with the concept of defund the police. I'm not saying you're wrong.
No.
We need
I'm never
what
wrong.
should be.
I'm sorry, I'm a little confident in my stuff.
Right? Yo, you good. This is what I'm saying. I don't think we need to defund the police. That is a bad slogan for me.
For you.
Yeah, to me, it doesn't make sense. If I was like a hustler con man and I wanted to defund the police, I'm not going to say let's defund the police because I already know. Come on, man. You got to be out here slick with your shit. You can't say defund. They'll be like, you're going to take away our money? You can't say that. I'm like, yo, listen, we need to reallocate funds.
It doesn't sound good.
But see, are we trying to sound good or are we trying to get some shit done?
Well, defund the police. When you scream defund the police, yeah, some people go crackhead crazy. But when you scream defund the police, it's been, and mind you, it's been explained since they started using defund the police. I explained it here. People explained it. If people still don't understand what defund the police is, that's on y'all.
Yeah, because some people are going to be like, oh, you don't want no cops? We're not saying defund
But
as
I'm
in you
saying-
get paid $10,000 a year, bro.
Exactly.
We're saying the money that you get for these SWAT vehicles, come on, bro. That's
Yep.
OD. Because guess what? You give a dude a toy, he's going to want to play with the toy.
Exactly.
You give me a SWAT truck and a uniform, I want to use the goddamn thing.
I mean, look at the after.
Sorry, it's Sunday. I said, goddamn.
It's
I
all
know the way
good.
this world is.
I don't know about
what I mean?
you, but
I don't give
I'm
a
spiritual.
Yeah.
So if I could drop up on a Sunday,
Yeah. Hey. he ain't
anyway,
judging me.
amen. No. But
He
the
is,
recent
but he's not.
he is, but he's not.
Or her. Or them.
Or them.
Who knows? That's another podcast, right? Ooh, I'm 41 episodes in. I still haven't done a religion one yet. Because I'm waiting for the right person. I talked to like 3 people about it.
What are you trying to? What?
I got questions.
Drop one question, just so I could get my mind going real quick. I'm not
Like,
gonna speak on it, but
Yeah, just religion in general. Like, who knows?
okay,
Who knows?
okay.
Who
Ooh, everything in my
knows?
being is like this, but I'm gonna wait till the next. I'm gonna
'Cause
wait
be-
till the next time.
Because I'm like, yo, who knows, right? Nobody knows. You can't die and come back. Nobody has ever died and come back. There's some people that died and come back. Sure enough, I've seen a lot of documentaries on it. But I'm saying, we don't know. So who's to say if you're right, I'm wrong, I'm right, you're wrong? When we get there, is it Muslim? Is it Christianity? Is it Pentecostal?
Is
it
there
what?
Is there a there?
That's what I'm like.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's so crazy. And I don't mind people having faith.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is the judgmental side of it. This is what, one day I was at a Wendy's.
Mm-hmm.
Some guy came up to me. I was young. He's like, you need Jesus in your life, and gave me a pamphlet. And I'm looking at the dude. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, you need Jesus because listen, Jesus is the Savior and da-da-da. And in my head, I'm like, yo, fam. That's when I was young. And I'm like, what the fuck? Do you know I went to Catholic school until 8th grade, bro? Do you know I did my confirmation, my communion, everything? Like, I could get married in the church right now, fam.
Right?
Like, I'm good. I don't even got to finish no classes.
In a Catholic church.
In a Catholic church.
Yeah.
I'm good. But, you know, you need Jesus here. How do you know? Instead of being like, excuse me, can I ask you a question? Are you religious? Yes.
Nah, those
Thank
are,
you.
It's the holy roll is the better than thou.
So, yeah.
Oh.
So, that's another thing. So, I'm going to have a religion podcast. But, where were we before I threw
Well,
us?
let me know.
I cursed.
I'll sit in on it.
Yeah. And I asked a couple of people, and they're like, oh, that's going to be religious people that I knew were thuggy. They was thuggy.
Bro, I know
They was
exactly. I
thuggy,
know.
and now they...
Oh Lord.
And now they God banging.
Nah, I ain't-
now
I
they
ain't-
banging for God, which I don't mind.
Yeah,
but
that's
some
the
of them,
thing.
not all of them,
Yeah.
some of them have the pressure and their words are like, you better do this or you're not gonna. Like, whoa. Anyway, listen.
Basically, they're judging you. That's the
They
whole.
might be or they might not, and I could just be interpreting it as
but
judging.
no, bro, because I feel the same way, and it's a whole set of different people.
Mm.
You are judged when you are not Christian or you don't. Jesus is not your one and only, end all be all. You get judged by those people because they are not because you are not like them.
Correct. Perfect segue to this. Back to what we were saying.
Yeah.
It's crazy how that is so simply like, oh, fuck, you know what? Damn us, boom. Then we go back. I want to make it clear.
Mm-hmm.
People already know. I don't have to justify to people where I stand. I already know that the police force is crooked. This is a fact. Don't get me confused when I'm asking her questions. And I'm talking, this is what's called a debate and a conversation. We're talking stuff out.
You're definitely a devil's advocate. You think all different types of ways.
I have
so
to.
yeah.
Because I want to make sure that I'm not bugging.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't want to be married to something and then be like, I don't want to look back and be like, damn,
I was wrong.
I was so crazy on it. That's crazy. And I'm talking shit. I wanted them to see my side, but I'm being them just on the opposite. And then I'm like, where were we? I was part of the problem. So I already know the police force is crooked. I already know the justice system is crooked. It's not in our favor. Economically, this country is not built in our favor. No. It is not. It is built on minorities' backs.
Yes.
Asians, railroad, blacks, country, everything. Spanish people now, because I'm gonna ask y'all this. Y'all don't want all the people that go to Starbucks and Chipotle and everything, right? And get your little lettuce and tomatoes and your strawberry cheesecakes, living real good. But you don't want Mexicans here. Do you know how much your bushel of strawberries or bundle, whatever you call it, I guess it's a bushel of strawberries is gonna cost if white people pick them?
The coffee. Coffee
Let's
beans.
be real here. So, and this is another thing. Same thing with policing. Same thing with immigration. It's what I said before with the corporations like Nike. Everybody wants to be a social justice warrior, and everybody is virtual signaling. People want to say, hey, I'm on the good side. Nike doesn't give a fuck.
No, none of
Because
these
if they
corporations
did give Kaepernick that much money, I don't know. This could be my ignorance. But they gave Kaepernick that money. They put that commercial. Did it change a couple things? Sure. Is an 8-year-old black and brown kid looking at the commercial like, oh, I could be something? Maybe.
Yep.
But guess what? Soon enough, he's going to realize that the commercial was bullshit. So the commercial did nothing and let him dream for a little bit. And it kept that little dream in his head until a nightstick comes across his head or some fucked up put your hands on the wall. Then that commercial served no purpose because it didn't give him the reality. It didn't promise him Disneyland like the commercial did.
Whoa, but hold up, pause, super pause. And I'm only speaking this because I do have a biracial child who, it's to the world, it appears as a black woman. She is black, black girl. I want my daughter to see those types of commercials,
Me
whether
too.
it's reality or not.
Me too.
But at the same time, when she sees Serena Williams, doing her thing, when she sees all these WNBA players doing their thing, being in commercials, being paid, I am speaking in her ear about the facts about what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She understands reality. So with your children, that's your job as well. You let them dream.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I like those commercials for that aspect.
But
I
to come,
like
but
the
to come,
optics
but
of
to come,
Obama.
yeah, but to
like
come
the
back,
optics.
I guess so.
Yeah, because guess what? If I had if my son was half Puerto Rican and I had a kid with a black girl and my son's half black, I'm gonna be like, yo, fam, look,
Yeah,
you can be that guy.
yeah.
Like you can be that guy, and
But
it is
as
on
long,
me.
but as long as you show him that or show them that with your reality that telling them, listen, but this is still going on.
Correct.
Then the commercial's fine because
Yes.
it's out there. It gives hope, but at the same time, without killing the hope, because we have to push our kids to do not be superstars in sports or
and
anything like
whatever.
that, but to let them know that they just they have to work and they have to make sure that they will do what makes them happy.
Yes.
And
be a good human.
and be
being.
a good human. You know what I'm saying? But not to, the commercials are like, the commercials are fine even when you understand the reality of it. Even though you understand that Nike paid Cap all that money for what, for doing the commercial and the corruption behind it. Even that, I still agree to those commercials for that reason because it gives the kids hope.
I do. But this is what I mean. They go so ham on that side of it. Then it's like we almost be like, "Oh, Nike's good. They with us."
Oh no,
Not you, but I'm saying.
no, but I'm saying
that's
a
society.
majority of the people, the majority that I've seen, and who I try to school, if anything, they know the other part. They're like, Nike, yeah, but Nike also. Okay, they already know that these corporations are doing that, for show. It's all a show. It's, some parts of it may be legitimate, and they may want to, go for the. Look at Ben and Jerry's, yo. Ben and Jerry's, they went ham with the movement.
Correct.
Have you seen it?
Because I haven't seen it, but I heard something about it. But this is my thing. This is what I mean. I'm so revolutionary that I'm like, hold up. Why are we falling for Nike? We'd be like, give a fuck about you, bro.
Yeah.
How much money did Nike put into Chicago schools? I don't know this. I don't know. And if I was Kaepernick, what did he do with the bread? I don't know.
He put it back into his organization.
All right, but this is my thing. Says that where I'm not on it could be my problem, right? But this is the thing. Yo, fam, You think Stokely Carmichael kept his mouth shut? You think Huey P. Newton kept his mouth shut? Fred Hampton?
But wait,
Malcolm X?
who's keeping their mouth shut though?
No, you think they didn't speak?
Oh, they spoke. I know.
They spoke.
Yep.
When was the last time that Kaepernick came out and said, hold up. Guess what? Nike paid me 400 million, 100 million, 10 million. I took 2 million, put it here. I took 2 million, put it there.
You want me to
took
show
2
you?
million. I don't know.
Do you want me to show you where
But
he
where
said
is
that?
he though?
He's on social media. That's all. That's the only.
Is he?
platform. Yes, he's got a Know Your Rights. His organization is called Know Your Rights
When,
on Instagram.
did he ever drop a video of him speaking recently? Within a
Recently,
year or
I
two?
haven't. He addressed it when he first got the money for it.
That was what, almost 2
So
years
he's
ago?
got to
Years
keep.
ago?
So he's doing. So he has to do what Sean King has to do constantly. And
Forget
that's,
Sean King. I don't
no,
like
no,
that guy.
I don't give a fuck if you like him or not. He drops. He's the one that.
He did that whole bike shit. He
What
should have
bike
kept
shit?
his mouth shut with the bike shit.
What bike shit?
With the Perth Amboy kids on the bikes.
And what?
He was wilding.
Yo, that's that. Do you know how many people? It wasn't just Sean King who did that. It was a lot of people before Sean King who did that.
Yeah, but I'm saying every one of those. This is my problem, Sandra.
Hold
All
on.
these people,
Okay, I get what you're saying.
They're
I see.
bugging.
But how?
They're
But how? People always bring up how great Martin Luther King was, right? Martin Luther King was doing the same shit, except he didn't have a social media page. Malcolm X was doing the same shit, except he didn't have a social media page. You know what I'm saying? All these motherfuckers
Yeah.
in the past are doing the same exact shit that Sean King, Lee Merritt, Riza Islam, all these people are doing back in their time. They're doing the same shit, and you. And people who are like, oh, these are frauds. Y'all doing
That
the
I'm
same.
saying he's a fraud.
Well, a lot of people. Okay, I'm gonna say a lot. Okay, maybe not you, but a lot of people are saying the same, that he's a fraud.
No, I think he's genuine. I think his heart is in the right place. But this is what people have to realize. If we want to make change, we can't play checkers out here.
But
We have to play chess.
what did he do? Like not a fact of him. Basically, my point is, all these people are bringing all these issues out. We wouldn't know about half of these fucking issues without people like them. And like I said, people are like, oh, you can't put Martin Luther King Jr. and Sean King in. Bro, Martin Luther King Jr. was doing the same shit. He was doing the same shit, bringing awareness to shit and trying and getting shit together and doing marches and doing all that shit.
Correct.
But he didn't have a social media page. That's the only difference.
Correct.
Malcolm X was out there talking.
And if you did,
talk.
it's unfair to compare them because, like, you're right. It's unfair to compare them. Like the way I just said it, it's unfair to compare them because they didn't have social media.
That's
So
the
these
only.
guys
That was
got
the
social
only
media,
difference.
so
Like
now
you were
it's like,
talking,
yeah.
like you were talking about Carmichael, and you were talking about our Black Panthers. Well, the Black Panthers. Let me tell you, they would be doing the same shit if they had a social media outlet back then. If they had Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah, they had the
if
Black Panther newspaper and everything.
Yeah, but
that's their version of social media.
But
yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
But imagine if they were living in this time. People will still hate on them. Let me tell you how many people of color are hating on the movement. They're hating.
That's obvious.
Bro, but and not just recent stuff. I'm talking about from
forever.
back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you still have the people who are not for the movement. Just like back then, you had people who were against our leaders back then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But imagine if all those people look at Muhammad Ali. He used his platform, right? He was hated.
Shout out to
He
Muhammad.
was hated. But look at today.
He's loved.
Why? Because he couldn't talk anymore after a while because his disease was taking over him.
Correct. No, I
Yeah.
just think that people woke up.
No.
Because I said this, I don't know when this memory comes up on my social media, I'm going to screenshot it
Okay.
as soon as Kaepernick took a knee.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about like day one
Yeah.
and the issue came.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what year was that. It had to be like 5 years now.
No, that's like
3 years. 3 years
after
maybe.
Trayvon 2020 that happened in 2012.
Was it that long ago?
I want to say Trayvon Martin happened 2012. Eric Garner happened 2014. So I want to say like 2014, a little bit after that. But like I said, I mean,
well, hold on. When did Kaepernick take a knee? Jamie, pull that up. I'm on my Joe Rogan. 2016.
2016. Okay, so 2016.
4 years ago.
4 years ago. Yeah,
4
you were
5. I wrote.
Right. Yeah.
For everybody talking shit on my social media that I seen.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of my homies, I almost don't even want to give the details, right? He's mixed.
Mm-hmm.
His wife is 100% something.
Mm-hmm.
His daughters, half of her,
Mm-hmm.
quarter him, quarter him.
Okay.
75% not white.
Okay.
The other 25% white might as well be a minority of white. If you do your research on where they came from,
Yeah.
they weren't loved either.
Okay.
Shout out to the potato famine. You catch my drift. You already know what I mean, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Posted a picture of a casket with an American flag of a dead soldier coming back from Iraq and said, "This is why we stand." And I'm like, lost me, right? Completely crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Completely crazy. And I said, but the same guy most likely respects Muhammad Ali.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, you know what the problem is? Kaepernick, 2010, 2 months, 40 years from now. Who knows? When the history books get written, Kaepernick is going to be this generation's Muhammad Ali.
Facts. Super. That's why I'm saying.
And it look crazy now,
But-
the same way Muhammad Ali
yeah.
look crazy.
So you understand when I say that these people who somebody in this group chat that I'm in, and shout out to you, said that Sean King, Lee Merritt, all these people are ambulance chasers. Nah. What they're doing is bringing issues out there for the people to see with the information that they have, so people can continue this fight. They're the ones screaming. They're the Martins, they're the Malcolms, they're the Muhammads. You know what I'm saying? They're those people of this time. And people, like I said, people get real mad when I compare them. But it's the same shit, except social media, except we are in this time now. They were hated. I'm telling you, Muhammad Ali was hated. I've seen, well, I know you've seen documentaries on what happened, interviews, all this stuff. You've seen his footage from back then, what he was talking about, Viet Coms and all that.
He's like, I'm not going to Vietnam to fight brothers that look like me,
Exactly.
the same skin color as me.
Bro.
I don't even know them people.
So, you know, he was hated for that. He was hated. He was called, he dodged the draft dodger.
Yeah, draft dodger. So did everybody else. Trump. I
Yeah.
got shin spurs.
The
some
heel
shit,
spurs.
bone spurs or some shit.
But he dodged the draft. Everybody hated
I got
him.
asthma. You can't draft me, bro.
You're too old now, though.
I know. D.
Anyway.
Oh, shit.
You have him.
No.
We might not.
Oh, shit.
To this day. To this day.
Damn.
Yeah. Shout out to Deontay Wilder. Get your game up, fam. You better be ready with that stupid ass heavy suit. Yeah, but no, you're right. This is what I mean, though. I'm so aware of what was built and how it was and who did what and who was the next person. I know it sounds like I'm shitting on Sean King. I am not. I am just saying I could be wrong in the future when I look back. And I could have probably said the same thing about Fred Hampton back then. But this is what I mean. When he went and posted a video of the bicycle incident, and if mostly all my viewers are from Perth Amboy, New Jersey, and boy, right? The way he the way he worded it was like, why didn't he do the whole story? Did he ever post a video of them riding
No.
in Woodbridge Mall dodging a 3-year-old kid?
That right there, I didn't see that video. The video that I saw of them in town was enough to be like, all right, cool.
Even that, but hold on.
But I won't backtrack and say that the police were right in that situation.
And like I told you on social media, you know what I would have? All right, hold on. Ready? Rock with me. Sean King. He posted that video.
Yeah.
It's simple.
Mm-hmm.
This is his thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is what he does.
Mm-hmm.
For good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
In his heart, it's probably good,
Yeah.
right? Because he needs to bring awareness.
Yes.
But it comes to the point where you end up sounding like the kid that cried wolf, because we have to admit the fact that he is getting paid off of this.
How? No,
We
but
don't know.
that's the thing. That's my thing is he did, and y'all could debate me all you want about Sean King. You know what I'm saying?
But
He's
I'm not
still-
shitting on him. I hope you don't think that I'm shitting on him. I'm just being
when
real.
when you're saying about you sound like you're shitting on him. To be honest,
You think that?
Yes, absolutely.
Let's break how.
Because he's getting paid. All right, do you? But
I don't knock him getting paid though. But we got to admit that he
listen,
is though.
But no, okay. I'm not. I don't know. But what he put out his audit. He had a whole audit of every single penny that he got that went towards not him, but towards some, whatever families or whatever, or that he raised for whatever family. He put himself out there financially because he was tired of people talking shit on him, saying that he was getting paid. He got this amount of money. He's doing that.
But I don't let him get paid. I don't care that he gets paid. I'm saying, is he getting paid?
Not
He has to be surviving somehow.
He's writing for New York Times. He's writing for something. He has his own thing. He might be getting paid for I'm not sure. I can't tell you for a fact what he's doing, but he might be getting paid from appearances.
Correct.
Or whatever he writes for whatever. He put his whole business out there because people are saying, "Oh, bro, you're doing this because you're an ambulance chaser because you're getting paid for this."
That's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. I'm saying, is he getting?
Like it.
It sounds like it.
Sounds
But
like
is he getting paid? Yeah. Why not?
Could be.
Why not? Because guess what? For the cases that his voice is needed for, you need funds
Yeah.
to fight
Yeah.
this case, to put your voice out there. He can't fund this by himself.
Yeah.
On a George Floyd type case, give Sean King all the money the dude needs.
But even if it's not Sean, I mean the George Floyd case. You
No,
know
but
what
I'm saying
even with
on a direct, clear cut abuse of power.
Yeah.
Let's give Sean
But
King
why-
$1 million.
Yeah, but
to
why
further this?
But why not the Perth Amboy thing?
Because
Who got
the way he worded it
Uh-huh.
was racist cops. Find the post.
I am looking. He popped the first one on my feed. Look at this. First one on my feed.
All right. Boom. I want to. This is the problem, right? I'm gonna read exactly how he worded it.
Right here.
I'm gonna read
I got it. Here's a longer video. Boys were harassed and stopped by police. Then had the boys their bikes take over them. One before that. I am so infuriated over this. This is Perth Amboy, New Jersey. By the way, I hate being caught up in the news. Our town, that's not a good look. And 6 police cars have surrounded kids riding their bikes. They aren't accused of stealing them. Each of these kids own those bikes. They have a law in Perth Amboy that each bike must be registered.
I bought one.
Now, mind you, bro, I'm gonna tell you.
12 years old. I owned the permit. It was green.
I did not.
I put it on the bottom of my crankshaft. So if my bike got stolen, they knew whose it was.
Most people didn't back then.
A lot of us did.
I know.
You know why?
Mm.
Because we were wild.
Yeah, I would.
I could bring somebody here
But
right
somebody told you that. Somebody told you to register your bike, right? When I was growing up, I mind you, I grew up in the 80s.
we were wilding. We were doing stupid stuff.
That was y'all in the 90s. I grew up in the 80s. I was riding my bike heavy in the 80s.
I was 88, 89.
Baby. You baby. You a baby. You were a baby. You were born 89?
82.
Oh, 82. I'm like, baby.
What do you mean? We went
I
to
thought you were a
kindergarten
baby.
together, no?
No, we were in Catholic school.
Yeah. Your
Catholic
mom
school
was a lunch
together.
lady.
No, she worked in the high school.
Your mom didn't work
Oh, she worked
in
in like number
in
5
Holy
school.
Trinity?
No, she did
at
not.
St. Mary's?
No, she was there. She
No.
participated PTO.
Oh,
But
well,
that's it.
shout out to Mom Dukes.
Ah,
know
shout
what I
out to her every day, all day.
could've
But we
social worked
didn't.
there.
But we didn't do the whole
Yeah, but
register.
we were
right?
wilding.
But
So the
y'all
cops
did.
were like, yo, listen, fellas.
Yeah.
Y'all got to go get a permit. If y'all going to be out here doing stupid stuff, get a permit. Because next time, see, this was what the difference was. Times changed. Back then, they were like, look, bro, y'all are wilding.
Yes. That's another
Y'all
thing.
need to calm down.
Yeah.
I'm going to take your bikes. Today, we're going to let you go. You need to go down to the police station. $5. You get
And
a
even-
permit. You tell them
yeah.
your name, make, model, color your bike. It's $5. We give you a permit. You put it on the bottom of your bike.
And that's
Next time
fine.
when we stop you, be like, yo, whose bike is that? We see the permit number. We run it. It's your bike. Cool. Guess what, though? Somebody steals your bike. Peel the sticker off. Come on. Right? But if we catch somebody with a bike and we run the number, if somebody steals your bike, call us up. Be like, yo, they stole my bike. Permit
Yeah.
number 10725.
Yeah.
If we stop somebody with 10725, it comes up as stolen. We take the
Yep.
bike. We call you. Get your bike back. This is my thing.
Go ahead. Go speak your mind because I got
Give me a second. Give me a second, right?
because I got my thought.
Two things. I get what Sean King was doing with the thing. But has he yet, since,
No.
posted a video of them riding through Menlo Mall, Woodbridge Mall,
See-
Home Depot, ShopRite, let me finish, ShopRite, Home Depot, Menlo Mall, Woodbridge Mall, dodging a 3-year-old kid, being like, beep, beep,
Dodging a
in
car,
the
I know.
mall. And this is in the mall. Even
But
the
wait.
car shit was wild. Hold on. Dodging all that. Doing all that crazy shit. Instead of being like, why did he put the narrative of police abusing power with kids instead of being like, yo,
But
these kids were wilding. My bad. I didn't know that they were doing these wild things.
why? Hold on. But this incident right here is not what he's talking about. He's not. He talked about the bikes and whatever. But that's too. Listen, you're punishing these kids right there in this video that I'm looking at right now. Right? They did that.
It's two separate
Listen,
things.
It is two separate
All right,
things.
so then forget them all. Let's go with
Even in
them
the
dodging the
streets.
cars and touching
Yeah.
side mirrors and
Yeah.
the roof of cars.
But at the same time, but this is different. They arrested that kid for mouthing off. That's what they arrested him for. That's the
was OD.
problem.
But this is.
But
all
that's the problem.
But that's the problem.
That's
But you know
what-
what I would have did? This is what I would have did. Would you have a problem if this would have happened? Imagine, we had this on social media. That's why I wanted you to come here. Shout out to you, the fucking best, right?
I love coming here.
Right? Imagine, this is fun. This is what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Look, we're already an hour and 20 minutes. How crazy is that,
Shoot.
right? Look, you got a hard out at what, like 3:30? We got like an hour.
No, I actually got to hit on a little early.
Oh,
I
shit.
just
All right.
got a text.
Let's get this over with,
Go ahead.
right? As a cop, would you be mad if I did this?
What?
If I saw them doing all that reckless shit,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, yo, fellas, pull over. Stop doing da-da-da. And then I finally got him to stop.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, what's your name? You don't want to tell me your name? Cool. Is it your bike? Guaranteed it's your bike. And he's like, yeah, that's my bike. And I saw him weaving. And I saw him doing wild stuff. And I saw him. And I was like, is this your bike? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, thank you. Took the bike.
That's it.
Right? And then I'm like, hey, you. I didn't see you do anything. Get out of here. That's what I would do. I didn't see you. I know you're with him, but you're not guilty by association. So go ahead. You, give me your bike. Give me your bike. Everybody that seen do something.
Yeah.
Oh, but I don't live in this town. He said, it's not my problem, fam.
But he did take the bike.
Yeah, but
They did take the bike. My
they
issue.
arrested him, and that was extra. That is extra. I'm telling you that is extra.
That's the
That's
issue, not
extra.
the bike riding. The bike riding's not the issue. The issue was that they over policed, and they were gonna let them. This is what was said. I don't know how factual it is because I can't believe everything the cops say because recently facts came out that cops have been. If you see what they said about George Floyd the same day that the incident happened compared to after going through the trial and seeing every minute of the trial and everything, it's two different stories that happened. So what they put out. So I don't believe the cops what they said. And then you have the kid's side who he posted what happened.
But
what
how come
happened.
he only post a video of them getting harassed and not putting the other picture?
But what does one have to do with the other? Mind
because
you,
it almost makes it seem like they were just riding their bikes down the block.
it does.
It makes it seem like they were
does.
just going this.
It does.
And the cops are like,
But
hey, fucking pull over.
But the kid
That's
who
the problem.
the
They're
kid who
crying
recorded.
wolf on certain things, Sandra. That it's like I'm with the let's go. I'm with it, but I'm saying
With that
let's be clear cut about it. Let's say, listen, he should have said, hey, these kids, I misspoke. I watched
So,
the
okay.
second. Hold on, let me finish, please.
Go ahead.
I watched the second video. Let's say he posted that.
Yeah.
And then he got to come out. What he should have did is came out and be like, "Whoa, I watched the second video."
But that doesn't excuse what they
let
did
me-
on that
let me
day.
get
Go
there.
ahead. Go ahead.
I watched the second video. They were wilding. The cops seen them wilding. And then it ended up into the altercation of the first video that I posted.
Yeah.
I still believe
Yeah.
it was over policed.
Yeah.
But I have to agree that, yes, they should have been stopped because they were posing a hazard to whatever. Now, arrested? Come on. That's OD. Take the bikes and tell them, bring your parents down here. Let's get old school with it. You want your bike back? Bring your mom down here. You can't bring your mom? Guess what? Lost your bike.
Yeah.
But Sean King didn't do that. This is what I mean.
What
It goes on
what he does. All right. What these revolutionary people, what these people do, they drop what they feel. And
What do you mean?
video, like these videos, like he dropped the video.
Yeah.
He dropped it. On to the next. He's not going to revisit this. What should happen, and which is what I do, and which what I suggest other people do, because this is what I posted the video. The kids were being reckless. I agree with that.
Yeah. Should they have gotten stopped?
Should they have gotten stopped where they were at? They were stopped. Stop them. Stop them.
Okay.
Fine.
Should they have taken their bikes?
So they took the bikes. Mind you, before the sergeant showed up, the other police had them under control. Okay?
Yes.
Before the woman was there, before the woman cop, they had it under control. You know, the whole, whatever, ba, 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 ba. So basically they were making examples out of these kids. This, I didn't even see the boy in the red, the black boy in the red. I didn't even see him in any of the videos that were posted in the mall, because I've seen the one in Woodbridge Mall, not to the complete, thing, but because I don't have
He's Spanish.
17 minutes.
The guy, the ringleader,
I know.
3.70,
I know.
almost 4,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Yep. Because this is what they do.
This is what they do. This is what I mean. Nobody has a problem. We didn't have a problem when Jackass does it.
Yeah.
Almost all white kids.
Yes.
They are millionaires.
Yeah.
Off of these same antics.
Yeah. But they're kids in a minority town, so
But not only that.
And they're doing
it
reckless
almost
shit.
makes it seem
Yeah.
that do we think that Johnny Knoxville, Steve-O, Bam, do we think that they never went to court for the stunts that they pulled? When they put the baby seat, the car seat on top of the car and drove away, that's I think that is grounds for a charge, because, bro, what happens if I'm in ShopRite and I see you driving with a car seat on your roof and I start fucking, well, yo, fam, you'll kill your baby, and I crash.
Yep.
Because I'm trying, and it was a joke.
Yeah. But do they have that? Did you see Johnny Knoxville say, well, we shouldn't have done that because we got caught by the cops?
But what I'm saying is, do we know that they went to court or not?
That is my point. Sean King dropped the video, right? You're like, damn, that's fucked up. Let me Google this. It's free. Oh, that's what the fuck these kids were doing. All right, cool. I have my own opinion. I agree that these little assholes shouldn't have been. Excuse me for using assholes, but somebody could.
I like what they were doing. That's the other part. This is what I mean. I like it.
But they were reckless though.
I like it though.
But they couldn't. You can't be You're driving your car, kid swerves in your thing, especially with your child. Come on, that's a little extreme. That was a little extreme. I agree.
Extreme.
That's extreme. The fun that y'all had, because I wasn't in the streets like that riding my bike. I rode my bike all over town, but not to the extent that y'all did, where you were wheeling and I was watching you. Hey, what's up? But that's it.
And we were like, hey, bang! Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, what was that? Oh, hey, Red! Oh, what was that Redman video?
Oh my God,
man.
they just posted that too.
Hey, Reggie! Boom!
Boom.
She goes over the car with a little mountain bike.
Oh Lord.
That was me.
But so he dropped the video, right? He's not gonna retract anything.
I don't want him to retract.
But that's what I'm saying.
It's
but
just
he's
like, yo, look, fam,
okay. So when Fred Hampton would drop some shit, and he, there was, I'm not gonna say an excuse, but there was another side. You think he went back and said, "Yo, my bad, yo. I didn't mean to say that. I didn't want y'all thinking." Nah, man, we are in a war right now that even a small over policing like that needs to be addressed.
That's
yes.
my fear, though. That are we saying everything is over policing? So
Yes.
then when there is,
yes. No.
but when there
that's
is
the thing. No.
clear cut
no,
over policing,
nope,
it
nope,
loses its
nope,
value a
nope.
little.
When we call out over policing, they're like, "Damn, let's take it back a bit." You know what I'm saying? Already, I don't know what town did it, not in Jersey, but they're starting to take away the immunity because people are screaming about every little thing. Let us scream about every little thing to be heard. So these police these departments will start doing
Playing
the
by
right
the rule,
thing.
and I get it. But all right, so if that was over policing,
It was because he was running his mouth. Now, if you're a cop who's sensitive to somebody running their mouth,
no. Just
But
the
that's
whole
why-
situation was over policing.
Yeah.
Is yes or no?
what the whole situation?
Well, them arresting them for
Yeah.
whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Was it over policing?
In my
Why
opinion,
they even stopped them? Well, did they? Why they stopped them was over policing or no?
No. When they were stopped, they were.
It was for a
it was
reason.
legitimate
It was
because
legitimate.
they wanted to make sure every party. They got, but like I said, the escalation came when the sergeant came.
And then
And rah,
of course,
rah, and
that's
the
why
girl
I feel
came,
that it
rah,
went
rah.
too much. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm saying I am with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
But
That it
when they
was.
got stopped, yeah, they used to stop us all the time when we were in groups. The police would stop us all the time.
But guess what? You weren't slapping cars.
No, we weren't slapping
You weren't
cars.
doing that.
But they
And
got.
if we got stopped.
But they got stopped.
Yeah.
Cool. That's legitimate. You get stopped. Yo, what are y'all doing? You know,
We making
let's call-
content for YouTube.
Let's okay. Well, you know that bike, like you said, that bike is
That
mine.
bike is mine.
Let
Good
me
look,
hold
fam.
this bike now. And he gave it up. And then he got mad. He was mad. He was speaking out of anger. I don't know how old he is. I don't know if he's a teenager. I don't know how old is he.
I heard some of them were 18, 19. Some of them were
Yeah,
of age.
but
Some
they're
were kids.
they're still in their teens. They're still
Hey.
you know, their mind is still all, you know, whatever. And their bike, yo, I know I've known you a long time,
Yeah.
right? And I know that, you know, you're an intelligent, you know, person. Back then though, when you were 18, 19, you were wilding the fuck out too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But get this the thing. I knew. This is what I'm saying. The same way Jackass did their crazy stunts, do you think that they went to court and argued, this is artistic freedom? No.
They
They
could.
probably went there and went, yo, listen, I don't give a fuck, fam.
But
Charge me with what you want to charge me. We're going to do it regardless.
but that yeah,
Sorry.
but that
'Cause this is what we do.
yeah,
So
but
the kids should have been like, look,
no, but
this is what we do.
no, but the thing is, the kid who was video recording, that's the kid who has the channel.
Yeah.
The kid who in the red is the one who was arguing. So, you
But
know,
they all together.
But he got but he happens to be the only black individual there. That was the whole point of everybody up in arms because
Yeah, but who
he
was he the only one talking, or was there other people yelling too?
everybody. Well, he was the only one because they were after him. The cops were talking to him, so he was trying to defend himself. Bro, I have a teenager. You know what I'm saying? And there are times when she's like, but I didn't do it. And she gets real mad.
Correct.
I don't go when I don't bust her up.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I'll be like, yo, who you think you're talking to, homie? I do. And
Yeah.
then she was like, my bad. You know, but you have arguments should not lead to arrest.
right.
Arguments should not. And I could call a cop, you know, a dickhead, fuck you, your mother.
Yeah.
I cannot get arrested. I should not be able to.
No,
That's my First
you're-
Amendment right
Yeah.
to speak my mind.
But guess what? Guess what, though?
What?
If you have the right to do that,
You
so-
still shouldn't
Yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
arrested for that.
you know, you're right. You just said that's your First Amendment right.
Yep.
That you should be able to be like, fuck you, copper.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Same way somebody could fly a Trump flag.
And that's fine.
Same way that this is what I mean. I know what it represents.
Yeah.
But guess what? I want them to have that freedom
Yeah.
because I want my freedom.
But nobody said not to do that though.
But it gets looked at like as if this is the thing. If I flew a Trump flag because I like his Second Amendment, that's it. I don't want Biden.
No, but
hold on.
yeah,
Let
go
me
ahead.
finish. I don't want. Let's say, for example, I don't want Biden because they're anti-Second Amendment. I just don't agree with their gun laws. I agree with the rights gun laws.
Did you read the gun laws?
Yeah.
Of Biden, the proposed?
Bananas. Some good, mostly bananas.
Okay.
Mostly bananas. And you know what that is? It's coming from people that don't own firearms. And there's rules do not make sense.
Okay.
They do not. If a person that doesn't own a firearm,
Ooh, I gotta go soon.
yeah, a person that does not own a firearm cannot necessarily speak. Because this is my thing. Most likely, a person who doesn't like firearms is on the left. Is more left than right. More left.
But do you see why though?
Hold on. Person that doesn't like firearms is more left, leans more left.
Okay, yeah.
Right? People who tend to lean more left are anti-police, less government, right? Or more government, shall I say, but it sounds like less government, but it's actually more government and all that. Those same people that are like, I don't like guns and we need to, whatever, the police and these companies and racial issues, immigration issues, women's issues, abortion issues, gun issues, right? Don't fuck with guns. So therefore, everybody on the right that's for guns, what about, I'm for guns,
Yeah.
right? But I'm also for women's rights to choose. So where does that leave me? Now, it is on me to be like,
realistic.
yeah, correct.
You're just being real,
in the center.
and not for nothing, but a lot of people on the left, as you say, a lot of them are for guns. They're not for AK-47s, but they're for guns.
Yeah, but this is the thing. You think after 9/11 and the Patriot Act, that was just to protect us from terrorism. White. When was the last time an Arab did something?
Yeah, no, you're right. They
But did you think they took the Patriot Act back?
no.
They weren't like, yo, guess what, fam? Taliban, Al-Qaeda, no more.
Yeah.
We won't tap your phone no more.
Yeah.
We got it. No. You're
That was a
never going to
reason.
give
That
them
was a
that power
reason.
back.
Yeah, that was a
and
reason
the government
for them
are the
to do
same
that.
people that employ the police.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm saying, where we have to be careful on who and what we pick onto what and not choose and what policies that we argue for and not and be associated with either side
Yeah.
and policies. So therefore, once you give, I can't have an AK. Okay, cool, I won't have it. They're not going to stop there, Sandra.
Yeah.
It went from, you could have 30 rounds. They were like, whoa, some states were like, that's too much. You're only allowed 15.
Yeah, no.
Okay, and went to 15. Guess what? Now you're only allowed 10.
Wow.
$40 per mag to get pinned for 10 now. 6 months it took. Pinned it to 10. Now I get 10 rounds.
Yeah.
Okay. You're happy? That's what they wanted. That's what they wanted. What? See, you fall back a little bit. Then they're like 5 rounds. Then it's 1 round. Then it's no rounds. Then it's musket. Then
Yeah.
it's bow and arrows. And then it's nothing. And guess what? We're China.
But you know that that's not going to happen. The gun laws are not going to pass. Yeah, they're not. They're not. They need a majority of people to do it, and it's not going to pass.
Will.
So
it never. They thought it wasn't gonna go from 30 to 15.
Yeah.
They thought it wasn't gonna go 15 to 10.
but they're not going to take, because it's a Second Amendment right. So they're not going to take the guns away.
No
but
amendment.
scream. Huh?
Think of, no amendment is safe. Think about freedom of
You're right.
speech. Even on this platform, I could go right now on Twitter and say, in this podcast, I'd say Alex Jones, whatever. I'm done. Guess what? YouTube leans left. I'm not doing this for money. So if they cancel this,
Yeah.
who
you
gives a
don't-
shit? I'm not Joe Rogan. I'm not Tim Dillon, Theo Von. I'm not getting paid.
Yeah.
So if they cancel me, they cancel me.
Yeah.
Twitter, left. Instagram, left. YouTube left.
I don't think it's left.
It is
No.
left because anything that
What
you
it
argue.
no, what it is, and I'm on Twitter. I'm on all these platforms constantly because I got to keep my mind occupied.
They definitely lean left.
huh,
Sandra.
bro?
They lean left.
They lean not hateful.
No,
If you
they
see
lean
no,
left.
if you see who they
So
canceled.
is it hateful when I say
When you say
that-
Alex Jones, you brought up Alex Jones. He was talking batshit crazy shit.
but how much shit did he get right?
Not a lot of it.
What?
Like what? Like what?
What?
Like what?
Bro, they just dropped a meme of how much shit Alex Jones. Do you know he called Epstein years ago?
Everybody called Epstein.
No. He called and they said he was wilding. You know
No,
where he
a
fucked
lot
up
of people.
was
A lot
Sandy
of
Hook.
people.
This is where he fucked up.
He fucked up with Sandy Hook.
fucked up with Sandy
and then
Hook.
since then, he's been diarrhea of the mouth, all crazy shit, all off the wall shit.
Even regardless, right? But this is what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
They all lean left because, as if you say something that does not fall in line with these platforms, you can get banned.
because
But who are they?
but listen, Riza Islam is banned on Instagram and Facebook now, and he's nowhere near right swinging. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know who he is.
He's one who's fighting for the rights of
And
black
he's
people.
banned on what?
On Instagram. He might be banned on Twitter too, but he's banned on Instagram and Facebook.
But what
right
did
now.
he say?
And right now it's about vaccines. Right now, that's why he's banned.
Is he anti-vaccine?
Yeah,
This is what I mean.
yeah.
That's why he's this. You just proved my point.
What, the anti-vax?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's a right-wing thing.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know.
Anti-vax.
Not for vax.
Yeah. That's a right-wing idea. A
Okay.
left swing is like the left.
getting the
get
vaccine.
the vaccine. Just trust the. And
See, I
if you
don't
say
know. I'm
anything
holding
anti,
back.
if you say COVID is a lie,
Yeah. Yeah.
the left will. You're killing my grandma. It's so crazy.
yeah. But you
This is
know,
what I'm. That's
Yeah,
why.
yeah,
This is
yeah.
what I mean. See,
Yeah.
even though he's a,
yeah.
I don't know, he or she,
He.
even though he's whatever, that I guess he's revolutionary.
Yeah.
But so he leans left, right?
Completely left.
Completely left
Yeah.
until,
The vaccine stuff.
and guess what?
Facts.
The woke eats the woke.
Facts.
This is my fear when Sean King says this and doesn't say, "Hey, they did wrong."
Like I
but
said, no.
it was over policing. He just said over policing. So then it gets to a point, Sandra, where you're not woke enough.
So for what?
You're just not woke enough. The woke eats the woke. Tennis player, what's her name? Maria Shamapovich?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Sure, yeah.
Sharapovich, whatever.
like that.
Lesbian,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the biggest LGBTQ, all the letters.
The alphabet. Yeah.
Alphabet.
Uh-huh.
One of the biggest advocates, and guess what?
Mm.
Everybody from that community was, yeah, we got somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Until the trans issue came up.
Mm.
Mind you, people thought that she was woke before.
Yeah.
When she was fighting for lesbians, people were like, whoa, lady, woke culture. Guess what? And then the people that were woke were like, thank you, for having our back. And then it came to the point where they were like, where she said, a male, biological male that transitions to a female is not a biological female, so she shouldn't be allowed. She, as what she wants to be called, shouldn't be allowed to play with me because I am biologically a female. They ate her alive and lost all her endorsements. Now,
That's crazy.
you were winning with
That's
her when
crazy.
she argued for lesbians and she was your poster child for your
Yeah.
rights. And now it's LGBT,
Mafia.
but T is in there.
Yes.
But now T is mad at the L because what? Because not what? We're just going to automatically, this might get me in trouble, to assume and say that biologically, there's a difference. I'm wrong here. Really? The woke Remember, she was woke, and the woke ate her.
Yes.
And then those people
I see it.
are going to
I
get
see
eaten
it.
by the woke too.
I see it all the time.
In the same way the right gets
I
eaten by
see
the
it.
right. They get eaten too.
Yeah. I barely see the right.
How many? Yeah, you're right.
I don't. They're on code. They all have the same ideologies for
Correct.
the most part. I know.
Yeah,
I do
they're
know.
pretty consistent.
Yeah,
right?
they're on code. We're the ones who are fucking each other up. We're the ones who, when something's different, like I said, and I bring just Sean King back because he's the topic who I have the issue with when I speak in the revolutionary group I'm in. Sean King drops, what he drops. He keeps everybody aware of whatever. Mine is without the Perth Amboy thing. I still think him dropping the information was fine. I feel people should be doing their own research as well.
Yes.
But that should be a given. You
You're
see
right.
something, you Google it, you look it up. Google is free. That you can't just speak on it, and that's why I'm very confident in what I speak about. But I go back to Sean King. Every time I bring him up, all of a sudden people are like, "Nah, he's a fraud." Talcum
I don't
X.
think that.
But
I don't think
I'm
that.
saying, but a lot of
But
people.
a lot of people do, yeah.
And those are people who are either centrist, like you said, or left swinging. And I argue with people, and I don't
That's
argue.
the right.
Huh? Not right.
The people that call him a fraud, I think they'd be right wing.
No, they're me's.
That say he's a fraud?
Boy, if you look at a lot of his comments underneath his thing, they're calling him all types of, and these are black people, black and brown people who are calling him fake, fraud, and all that. That's why he's always bringing out receipts. Look at this. The money raised for this family went straight to this family by way of this person. He has receipts for everything that he does. You know what I'm saying? But people still call him a fraud because they try to out him. They try to do people try to assassinate his character, and people fell for it. And they do that all the time with Rizza Islam, with Sean King, with Lee Merritt, with Krupp, who the lawyer who's always getting money, Benjamin Krupp,
yeah.
who's always getting money for this family. They're like, oh, he's an ambulance chaser too. Nah, bro, what he's doing is he's getting money for the family and bringing awareness because that's his specialty. He will get you an extreme amount of money for you losing your family member, or for this happening. So yeah, he's gonna go for these big time because he's also bringing awareness. But they're trying to assassinate all these characters. And the black and brown community are falling for it, and it's a shame because here we are trying to change life, trying to change society as best as we can. It's not going to be done in our lifetime, but we have to keep fighting. We have to keep talking. We have to keep doing this. We have to keep, doing this because that's where we reach the most people in order for things to change for the future people, for our children's children, for society to be better. But we have to stay on code. We can't eat each other up. We can't fight each other. We can't just dismiss each other. You listen to me, I listen to you. I may be yelling a little bit louder than you sometimes.
Nah, it's all love.
My bad.
It's all love.
But we're having this conversation.
Correct.
In
a respectable manner, which is amazing.
Exactly.
And then I'm still gonna be like, yo, Sandra, I think you bugging on this.
Yeah.
I'll be like, yo, you right, girl. You know what I mean? And that's it. But there's no beef.
But I'll tell you how I feel. You tell me how you feel.
And then we be like, all right, cool.
And then later on, maybe the wheels are spinning, or somebody will see this and be like, yo, I see his point. I see her point.
How about
I didn't think
about?
But that's why I am on social media as much as I am too. Because
But do you think that is? I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Even though I feel, and not that I feel, you are making a difference, right? Because somebody's gonna read that might not have read it.
I'm hoping so, but
Right.
I put it out there just
But I also feel that that's not the best way of communication, to where just gotta be conscious of the web that you might get caught up in, that has to deal with your personal mental health, that it gets to a point where that I used to be real crazy when I had the skate shop. bugging on
yeah.
social media.
Mm-hmm.
Bugging. And then I'm like, this ain't right. This ain't right. I've got to figure out a better way.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe let me fall back. And it wasn't until I fell back that I was like, I sounded like the same people that I didn't like, just on my side of the argument.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But so what do we do?
I
So where do we go? Let's end this, because I know you got to be out, right?
Yeah.
So all I'm saying with him,
Mm-hmm.
this is my last thing on Sean King.
Mm-hmm.
I don't let him do it. I don't care about anything.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm saying is, with a person of that much influence in 2021 with social media and that much influence,
Mm-hmm.
said person has to be conscious of that. And I don't mind that he brings up awareness to a bunch of shit, and it's on us to do your research. Just check this and be out. But it's dangerous, and it's not responsible for him to drop that video and claim I'm too busy with other issues to not go back and say, listen, I know it sounded like these kids were angels. I don't mean that. Did they do some reckless stuff? Yes. Was it over policing? Still, yes. They were not angels. So I know on my first video, my first post made it seem like there was no reason for the stoppage. And I apologize for that.
But that's not. I don't know.
You get me?
I understand what you're saying.
It should have been explained more on a person of his influence.
But
it has. It's not.
he's not. He. You know
He can't
what?
just post and ghost. You can't do that. That's not responsible. That's not responsible.
But that's not. I don't know.
That's not responsible.
I did my research.
Me too. And that's when I realized that his post was corny.
Nah.
Because I'm like,
I think it was. I think it
was.
was legitimate. I don't think he should have came back. I don't know. I don't think he should. I still dropped the video that I dropped. I didn't retract the video. I need people to go and do their own research. The stop was fine.
Legitimate.
The stop was legitimate for.
The arrest was extra.
The arrest was extra.
We
the
all
way they
agree.
handled it was extra. What Sean King did, he dropped it, he left. Fuck it. We do our own research.
I
We
don't
do
like
our own
that.
research.
That's irresponsible.
But that's how it is.
That's irresponsible.
But that's not his responsibility. His
It is his
responsibility. No,
responsibility 'cause he's choosing
what
it.
he's doing. He drops it. You with the information you do.
But he didn't just drop the video. He added text to it.
Yeah. He said police then take the bikes and even arrest a child. They're not even from there. They're in the next town over. You know, to be honest, I sent him a message. Will he ever read it? I don't know. Or he said the same thing in both, except one video is longer than the other.
What? Oh, he said what? All right. Look, I'm gonna just read it what he said.
I just read it before.
No,
Were you
but
not listening?
No, I want to read it in its entirety before you be out. I am so infuriated over this. This is Perth Amboy, New Jersey, and 6 police cars have surrounded, capital letters, kids riding their bikes. They aren't accused of stealing them. Each of these kids own these bikes. They have a law in Perth Amboy that each bike must be registered with the police and you must carry a tag with you. Except these boys aren't even from there. In New Jersey, one town just becomes the next town. Police then take their bikes and even arrest a child.
Well, y'all, when you were 18, you
Come on.
were you not children?
Listen,
doing
a
this?
child is my homie's 4-year-old daughter that spills Gatorade on my floor, and I laugh, and I'm like, damn, now I gotta wipe it down. She's a child.
So you would
If my homie brought his 14-year-old son here and dropped Gatorade, I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, come tell your fucking son to come wipe that Gatorade off my
But
floor.
he's still a child.
I don't
though.
give a fuck. He's 14.
But
Sandra.
he's still. He's not a baby. Yeah. But they're children still. You can't say that they're not children.
This is why we say defund the police.
Yeah.
This is what they do with the money. This boy will have this traumatic memory for the rest of his life.
Of being arrested for speaking. That's what he was arrested. My point is, he was arrested for mouthing off.
But he said,
What?
These kids didn't steal the bikes. How come he didn't put, even though
Yes.
these kids did not steal these bikes and they own these bikes, they were riding reckless, sure, deserved to be stopped, but the arrest was uncalled for. That's it.
He dropped it. That's it.
No. He should have said that. He said,
What?
these kids own these bikes. These kids are not from this town, so they will not have a permit for this town. They were riding reckless, so they should have gotten stopped. But the way the police went about it was too much, and this is the problem with police. They don't handle situations according, and it would have been fine. But no.
But that was.
He went to the traumatic injury.
Well, the traumatic. Can you you've been arrested? No. Yes.
One time.
Okay. How did that feel?
Not good because
How old were you?
I was a grown person.
Okay. 18.
20.
Imagine an 18-year-old getting arrested. A 17-year-old getting
arrested. I was 19, got pulled over, made us pour alcohol out the car. Coolest cop. I never had an issue with a cop until I was a grown person.
But I'm saying, they just pulled you. Even the fact of pulling you over brings fear.
Of course.
Okay. So he's young. Say 18. He looks maybe 15 to 18, 19, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a little
All right.
time. Oh no, I have a little
do
time.
you?
A little time.
Come on. 10 minutes, 15
Yeah, about
minutes.
10 minutes. But imagine being arrested at that age for mouthing off. You know what I'm saying? Like that does bring trauma, especially for a black individual who, doesn't know if he's gonna make it. In the back of his head, yeah, he could be mouthing off, but he could be trying to save his life. He has people. He might be wanting to look, big in front of his friends.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? But
I'm just saying.
it was. You can't say that it's not traumatic because I dead ass. If I was arrested right now, that trauma would be with me. All these people who even in the George Floyd case, the poor girl, the 17-year-old who videoed the whole thing.
Michaela something. I think her name.
Darnella.
Yeah.
She all those people who went up there need help because they all went through something traumatic.
Oh, they just watched a man get murdered.
Exactly. That's traumatic. Anything you can't say what's traumatic or not.
All right, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because to some people, like I have PTSD, not from war, from something,
Just life.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
So I have PTSD from that. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
But the next person,
It's just post-traumatic stress disorder. It doesn't have to be bombs and missiles.
No.
It's post-traumatic stress disorder, which is stress that comes from
But that's my trauma.
Correct. That's your trauma.
The next person who has the same trauma is, happy
the same
go
incident
lucky.
might not even get it. They might be like,
they'd be like, oh, that's cool. All right. I'll give it like a couple. They over it within a couple months. They don't have PTSD. They're cool. We have the same trauma, but they're cool. So you can't really judge the traumatic. To Sean King, it could have been traumatic because maybe he's been through that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he knows what it is, or he speaks to people who had that. So yeah, should he have made a video? I'll say maybe, perhaps. Not
a video, just no.
Or a recollection.
Post.
Yeah.
He could have just said
an update.
Like, yo, they were wilding.
Yeah. I you know what? I agree to that. But he didn't.
But they over-policed.
They did.
They did.
He should have came back and said, listen, this is an update. They were legitimately stopped because of this. But
I still think that they were over-policed.
But he's not gonna go back because when that happened, you had Micaiah thing happened. You had the verdict of George Floyd coming out. You had a lot of other things going on too that I couldn't even focus. For the past 2 weeks, I couldn't focus. My whole focus was the trial. My whole focus was what's going on.
Guess what? You're not Sean King.
Nope.
And you don't have millions of people.
Of people following, yeah. But
if
he
you do,
but he didn't. He didn't.
It
so
comes
he
with
didn't.
a level of responsibility.
But he did
This
it.
is my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Once this little mishap, which I don't blame him for. I don't think he's a bad person.
Yeah.
It's almost like he misspoke.
But you know what? He did. But he did.
It doesn't take anything away from him.
Yeah, but that's the thing is that what did you say before? You said when I said Sean King, he was like, oh, I don't like him because of the Perth Amboy incident. Bang! Already you were just like
because he never corrected himself. And now would he correct himself if he was wrong again?
I don't know.
That's my thing.
But as a people, like I said, we should. If I saw anything that I see online, I don't just go and repost it. I go and I look it up first. Usually. With the Perth Amboy thing, I posted it right away because they shouldn't have arrested him. And that's my whole point. That was my whole point. They shouldn't have arrested him. But should he go back? Probably. Will he? Probably not. Am I mad at him? Nah, because 99% of the time, everything that he posts brings some awareness. And I'm grateful for that, because without him, people like him and others, we wouldn't know half the shit that was going on around the country.
All right.
Because he brings awareness to it.
I am with it. I'm with everything he said because that was just playing devil's advocate.
Oh, I know
right?
you were.
And now I'm going to stop playing devil's advocate. Well, one more statement before I stop playing devil's advocate. If, fuck it, you know what? Don't get a retraction. Don't add nothing. Let him do what he wants, right? Because that's his side.
Yep.
But that post happens to land on certain people's agreements. You, whoever else that was like, that was wrong.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, but you know they were riding. Yeah. But that was wrong. I don't need to worry about all that. I just know that it was overplayed. All right, cool. So you're not going to check the nuance level. I get it, but we can't do that. We got to let them know that over-policing is a thing. He's not cool. I am with that. Freedom of speech. He should say what he wants to say. And he, personally, maybe you come out and be like, yo, fam, they were wilding. But that's me, though.
Yeah.
I don't think that Sean King, in his world, should or shouldn't. I know what I would do.
That's what, exactly.
Right?
That's what you would do.
So therefore, the same way, back to devil's advocate here, if he can do that, a right-wing person should be allowed to say some crazy statistic that white people get killed more by police than black people. Because even though it's a lie, it's a fact as far as how many of them die. But it's not a fact is because per capita, there's more of them than black people. So if you do the numbers, if you have 100 people and 60 of your people get shot, that's a lot. There's only 100 of you and 60 of get shot. Now, if 70 of your people get shot, yeah, you get shot more than us. But there's 3 million of y'all. So if you do the percentage, white people, barely any of y'all.
Yeah.
You get, because there's more interactions with you people. This is what I mean. So, but
There is more
somebody on
interactions,
that
though.
side can say, white people get shot. And we want them to say, hold on.
No.
We want them to say, whoa. Don't come over here with the white people get shot more than black people. Because there's more of y'all.
But we say that. We don't expect them to be like, my bad, we didn't know. What we do is we take that information and okay, what he said is wrong. Here are the facts. People do counter videos all the time on what people have said.
Yeah.
So what? Because Fox News says some crazy ass, nutty ass shit
So does
sometimes.
CNN.
Well, I don't watch any of these
Any
news
of these.
things.
Me neither. They're all bugging. They're all bugging. They all lost the
But
shit.
Fox News has that QAnon type of thinking. So they come out with the craziest shit that I've seen. They don't retract anything. What happens is people, take what they said and say, okay, so you have this, what they said. This is what's really going on. And then they speak on it and then say, this is what really happened. This is, whether everybody who's seen that post sees this post, it doesn't matter. The real information is out there already.
All right. So how do we move forward? How do we go on to a place where if I feel like we need less censorship in a way, I don't want pure hate speech, but we got to be careful of what we define hate speech as. We can't cry wolf. We can't just go for every little thing and give it the same weight as another situation.
Sometimes,
even
as
though
of right now, I think that it should be.
we
I
gotta
think
be
I think
careful with that. Though.
But if it was like if it was white individuals and it was different levels of, they carried different weights and they could handle that differently because this is a majority white world. This is, everything is is colonizer. Everything,
Correct.
it's all about white people. Black people we can't pick people of color and black people, we can't pick and choose what we're going to scream about, because we have to scream about everything, because if we pick and choose, then they're like, well, we're like, we can't, that didn't matter as much as this, and we can't pick and choose. We have to scream across the board no matter what. We have to be heard. People of color have to keep screaming about not over policing, basically anything to do with the police that is wrong. Any part of that's wrong. The over policing, that arrest from Perth Amboy, the is it Micaiah?
Oh, the one with the knife.
The girl, and then the boy with the taser and the gun. We have to look at them as all under the subject of police brutality, police murder, policing gone wrong. We have to put all that and scream about it the same way to be heard. Okay, this is going on here. 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 So it's all over the country that we're dealing with this. And if we stop screaming, they're going to suppress our voice. They're like, all right, shut the fuck up. Any little thing, if we weigh them differently, that when you have something major, George Floyd happened, say the Perth Amboy thing happened, right? And then we're not screaming about that. That little lull right there, they'll be like, all right, they shut the fuck up. All right, let's speak louder. This side will speak louder. So now we're like, shit, okay, something else happened. All right, yeah, nah, you already had your chance. You shut up about the whole thing. Why would you worry about this? I had somebody say, why worry about, we worry about what was going on with the girl, is her name Micaiah? I can't remember. Michaela. We're worried about what happened with her, but we're not worried about what happened in Chicago with the kids who died, who got killed in the drive-by by the gang. They're trying to compare those deaths.
That's uncomparable.
Exactly. But that's what they're throwing at us. And people of color too, because I've seen people of color post that. They're throwing that at us.
For those are the people to see the same way that I don't like when the thing with Sean King, I don't keep harping on it, but I'm just saying there's these type of people that say things like that and post stuff like that, but don't say, be real and just say, yo, my bad. These weren't innocent kids just riding their bike on a Sunday.
That's not on the same wave that I'm talking about.
I know,
right now.
no, but let me get there.
All right.
If he would have been like, yo, my bad. I seen some other shit they was wilding. They should have got stopped, but yo, come on. Arrested homie for talking back, that's OD. Mm-hmm. And I would have been like, shout out to you, bro, for re-examining your thought and not being in cement.
But he didn't.
So now, then you get to the point where, like, what'd you say? It was the girl. Who else did you say? You mentioned somebody else.
The taser and the gun, the Perth Amboy and George Floyd. Those are the four.
Yeah,
guys.
and then in Chicago with the kid that threw the gun behind the fence.
Okay.
There was that guy. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of other things.
Yeah.
That is like, hold up. Mm-hmm. You know what I would like to do? This first of all, two things. You know how we figured out this Derek Chauvin thing? This is what I figured. I said it on my solo episode. So you know what we should did? We should have did a weight comparison.
Yeah.
Or whoever thinks that it wasn't that bad, we'll do a weight comparison. Yeah. How much did George Floyd weigh? Mm-hmm. How much did Derek Chauvin weigh with all his gear? Let's try to figure it out. Give her 2 pounds, right? Mm-hmm. But, let's figure it out. Give or take. And we'll minus 2 pounds. Benefit of the doubt. Mm-hmm. We'll handcuff you. If you think that it wasn't bad, let's handcuff you. Mm-hmm. We'll put you down. And 9 minutes and 29 seconds, we'll take the video and be like, a minute, he was on the back. He wasn't on the neck. Mm-hmm. And then for this long, he was on the neck. Mm-hmm. And then for this time, he moved off the neck a little bit down. And we'll time it out. We'll put patches on your back. Yeah. If you think this wasn't bad, we're like, here. And I'll have a guy go, next. And you got to go to number 2 position. Yeah. Next. You go to number 3. And then we got a guy doing the wristing. Yeah. And guess what? And I said, if Derek Chauvin gets up off the courtroom floor and he survives, good, go home. Case over. Yep. And if he dies, he dies. Yeah. Case closed, death penalty. Case is done. If it isn't that bad, why not just knee on his neck? Yep. But guess what? That's some old Roman type of courtroom.
That's
can't do that.
Crazy.
It's crazy, but
I mean, that it's been said. It's been said a lot.
Why not?
I've seen it.
Let's just
Yeah.
try it out.
They said.
If it ain't that bad,
Yeah, they
let's
said
just
to
do
do
it.
that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I was a juror,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna be like, and I was like, yo, I think he's guilty, and somebody was in, I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't think so.
Well,
I'm like, yo, kneel down. Let me kneel on your neck. You with it?
Well, thank God that he was found guilty on all three.
But guess what? And this is another thing before we head out.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I mean. Where on the right to stupid shit,
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump had the election
Mm-hmm.
until they ate themselves and went and stormed the Capitol. If that would have never happened, he would have fucking won.
No.
He
They
would've
stormed the Capitol after he lost.
No, I know, but I'm saying like the whole mess of the not voting and the Rona and this and this. And
No, they.
I'm
What
saying
happened?
Trump had that in the bag.
No, he didn't. He didn't, and I'll tell you why. Because Republicans they were too cocky. With
And they told
everything.
people don't mail-in vote.
Yeah,
Mail-in vote in person.
they-
That was stupid. They should have been like mail vote.
Yeah, but
Vote by mail.
But all the people who wanted to vote still voted. What happened was when people like Stacey Abrams came up, you have people in organizations in New Jersey. I was signing people up to vote last year during we had protests and we had something else that I was helping people sign up to vote. So you had a lot of people who were signing more people up to vote, and there were more voters this time
Correct.
around. You know, more Democrat or other.
Yeah.
I say, because anybody who is against Trump doesn't all fall in Democrat. I'm not with it.
Yeah, because guess what?
I just wanted Trump out.
More people got deported. Still kids in cages.
Exactly.
Nothing changed.
But at the same time, we don't have to deal with the rhetoric of the right now. We don't have to deal with their extreme. We're still dealing with extremism, but when he was president, it was at such a high level. There was a house in Woodbridge that had the huge Trump flag in the front, and I would pass by it every day to go to work, and I'm like, all right, cool, freedom of speech. All right, cool, freedom of speech. All right, cool, freedom. Damn, he lost the election. Can you take it down? Okay. All right, I know where you stand. So every day I had a different saying for
Real
it.
quick on that, not to cut you off. I thought that, right?
What?
Like, I went somewhere, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I was riding my bike, and me and my homie pulled up to Route 18. These people are Trump flags. And I'm like, yo, well, how come be gay, dog? Yo, he lost. Like, in my head. I didn't say it out loud. I'm like, yo, he lost, fam. And then I look, it says Trump 2024.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like,
They're looking
see,
towards the future
I
already.
misspoke.
Yeah.
I checked myself, and I was already being like,
Nope.
hey, fam, he lost. But 2024, it's a whole new flag. But guess what? Then, if I can say, hey, Trumpers, enough is enough. But guess what? A Trump person I seen that unfriended me, Shorty unfriended me. There was a video of when the verdict got read. She wrote of people outside the Barclays Center cheering. She's like, oh, Lord, period. It's over, period. Go home. Like, oh, Lord, it's over. Go home, people.
Well,
He's good.
hello.
Right? And I'm like, but see, hold on. I found that offensive.
What?
That I'm like, that she said, it's over. Go home.
I just laugh. I don't even find it
Right?
offensive.
But guess what? She should find me saying,
Yeah.
Trump lost. It's over. Go home. Offensive as well. What gives me the right to find what she said offensive, but doesn't give her the right? This is what I mean.
But I don't. But you'll be offended
because I'm
because
like, yo, have
that's
some
you.
respect.
But that's you. No, but I don't find offense to it anymore. When they say something like that, it's just it's laughable.
It is
because-
laughable. But I'm
because-
saying it's almost, but you're still like,
But
the fuck?
because
The same way if I was like, Trump lost, she might be like, the fuck?
no, see the first round in 2016 when he won, right? People were like, get over it. He won, or Hillary lost, whatever.
Yeah.
I got mad. Why did I get mad? Because I knew he shouldn't have won that, because there was a lot of hands, a lot of voter suppression. Georgia had a lot of voter suppression. All these states that were red that turned blue this time around had a lot of voter suppression. So I knew that election shouldn't have been won by him, because there was a lot of
That's my fear.
what?
How when he won,
Yeah.
there was voter suppression.
A lot.
But when he lost,
Yeah.
everything was there was no voter suppression.
There was less voter suppression.
Yeah, but there was no fraud.
There wasn't fraud. What
No,
fraud?
But I'm saying, if when he won,
Yeah.
impossible, there was fraud. And then when
It was more.
lost,
It wasn't. It was
people were like,
because
impossible, there's fraud.
because Russia. It was proven that Russia had their hands in that election. It was proven. That's why people were screaming.
Yeah, but Russia had nothing to do with Trump. Russia's just doing that as a country the same way we go to countries and fuck them up.
No, but
Russia's like, I don't give a fuck about Trump or anybody. We just want to destabilize America.
but they had their hands in the election.
The same way we do.
What?
Have our hands
No.
in other countries' elections. This is how the world works.
I'm not
Sandra.
talking about the U.S. I'm talking about the people. I'm talking about voting for Trump, not voting for Trump. When in 2016, he got elected because Russia had their hands in the
yes.
pot. Yeah. So I'm not talking about reciprocating. I'm talking about what happened in 2016 and 2020 when you said.
But if we could say that he won the first time because of
illegitimately, yeah.
then can we not say that he lost illegitimately?
No, because where's the proof of that? We have
But
proof.
where's the proof?
There's proof. You look at
Yeah,
did you Google it?
Yeah, the whole memes,
right,
the whole
so-
Russia people, they
No,
had the
not
thing.
even memes. Not even memes.
No,
I'm
that
talking
was a
about
farm. They had
real,
a meme farm.
What?
Russia had an organization
Oh yeah, okay.
that hired
Yeah.
people to make
social media.
funny memes, and they would schedule a Black Lives Matter protest across the street from a Second Amendment pro-police protest. This was nobody.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I mean
But
with the shit.
But like I said, there are no facts in this past election that proves that there was anything that happened in this election.
I just think to say that there's zero fraud is crazy. There's fraud
Yeah.
in everyone.
And everything
That
is
I think he
everything
won
is,
fairly? To a point. Do I think he lost fairly? To a point. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But guess what? This is another thing. I don't understand why people hold so much weight to the president.
I know.
Because I asked somebody this.
I'm not with all that.
I asked somebody this. I was like, if the president is the leader of everything,
Yeah.
as much as we give him power, then technically, are we not under a dictatorship?
He doesn't have power.
I know he don't. But I'm saying there's people that argue for either side.
Yeah.
I don't care about what side you're on.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's people that argue for either side.
Mm-hmm.
Biden, Trump, Kamala, Trump,
No.
Biden, Trump, right? There's people that are arguing for these people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting back like Mel Gibson from Conspiracy Theory. And I'm like, bro, they got no power.
Yeah, no.
They got no power.
No.
So why am I arguing with you over a Trump flag? And why are you mad that I support Biden?
But do you know why we argue about the Trump flag? I'm okay with the Trump flag being out there because then I see who the racists are. I see who, not all of them,
That's what I was about.
because I have
to
a great beautiful friend, but I see where their ideals lie though. Like I don't see positive things when I see that flag. It's like if somebody was walking down the street wearing a swastika in Germany right now.
Or here, yeah. Anyway,
Or
you'd be
here.
like, whoa.
Or the
Am I to automatically assume that he still feels that way, or should I give that guy the benefit of the doubt and be like,
I'm not giving when you give
Yo.
people the benefit of the doubt, you give them a leeway to be. It can't, basically it can't go back to the way it used to be. You know how we didn't know anybody's political affiliations?
mm-hmm.
We were just cool with everybody, bro. It's such a different time, and I thought about that. I'm like, damn, can we? We can't go back, because the minute that we turn our back to that person, you know what I'm saying? Who know? Not physically, but
Yeah.
you know, who knows? Who knows? If a situation happened, right? You know, your friend, you know, a racist dude goes and beats up your friend or whatever like that, and because your friend was mouthing off or something like that, those right wingers would be like, well, he should have listened. He shouldn't have, you know, mouthed off to the white guy. He's wrong. You know what I'm saying? I forgot where I was driving by that point, but now I see with these flags, with these Blue Lives Matter, with where they stand. You know, most of them were for Derek Chauvin to be found innocent, even though he was completely guilty. We all saw the video. We all went through the trial. We saw everything. they're still saying George Floyd died because he had drugs, and still to this day,
Those are wild people.
they're average people.
They're
But
insane.
they're average people. They're the people who work next door to me. They're the people who are walking down the street. They're the one with the Trump flags in waving in front of their house. That's why with the Trump flag, that's why I look a little eerie at them, because
I don't, because I think it's tribalism. Because now where do I once
or
again
cultish.
cultish is
They fall.
I just think it's tribalism.
No,
Cultish
if
is
you-
different.
if you
Cultish is where you give up your wife so another man can hit it because you're like, he's the one.
Yeah, that's
Dang, I don't see
exactly that's
nobody.
it,
That's a little
bro.
extreme.
They went to do an insurrection at the
Capital-
Congress,
Yeah, but still,
bro.
what is
If
it?
they could,
Where you from?
We're storming the Capitol. It's a revolution.
What's your name? Where you from?
My name is Elizabeth. I'm from Knoxville, Tennessee.
Yeah,
Bro.
shout out to her, bro.
shout out to her.
She's forever gonna be.
She's
in
a
the history book,
revolutionary.
right? Fucking no, but this is what I mean. This is all right. Let's end this.
Yeah,
right?
we got to
All
because I
right,
got
look,
to
this is
go.
what I mean. All I'm saying is this.
Mm-hmm.
I know that the police, the way they work is not equal for minorities,
Mm-hmm.
and I will add in there poor white people.
Mm.
Because in the hills and the mountains of West Virginia, if you think that they're not getting fucked up as well, more research has to be done. So poor, definitely minorities.
Mm-hmm.
The police system does
People
not
of
work.
color. People of color. We are
Ju-
not the minorities. We
Yeah.
are people of color.
The judicial system, it is not in our favor
Mm-hmm.
because it has never been in our favor.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, we have to recognize that that's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
True. But in order to change that, and I want to be heard, I'm just saying, this is me. I don't know if this is what works for everybody. This might not be good for the gander, but it's good for the goose. I want everybody to say what you want to say
Mm-hmm.
because there's consequences.
Oh yeah.
So therefore, you know what? Rock your swastika.
Mm-hmm.
Rock whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get punched in the mouth, hey,
That's the whole
It
thing.
is
That's
what
the
it
whole
is,
thing. Freedom.
right?
You have freedom of speech,
So
not freedom
everybody-
of consequence.
yes. So everybody should say what they want to say and deal with the consequences. Kids on a bike, I'm with it. I like it. Really in the mall. Really in Home Depot. Do it. Do it. But don't do it. Do it. Do it 1,000,000%. Get your channel popping, young homie. I forgot the name. I'll shout you out too.
I think it's
Even-
Christian and Rose School.
Something like that. You definitely got more subscribers than me, so you're doing better than me, fam. But whatever. Shout out to you. Get your money. Because you either pimping the system or getting pimped by the system. I don't want a piece of the pie. I want control of the kitchen. So he's getting his. Do it.
Yeah.
But when you get caught, don't cry the over policing. Don't cry the it's because I'm Spanish card. Pull the yo, fam. I'm getting paid off of this shit. Bail money on lock, fam. Catch me next week. We at Costco's.
Oh
and
my
call
God.
it a day.
I can't with you.
And call it a day. And just do that. So shout out to them. Do them wheelies. But when you get bagged, just know what comes with it. Sean King should have did the, whatever. They over-policed it. I agree with him. That was too much. They should have been like, yo, where y'all from? Y'all got permits? Y'all need permits, right? Everybody give me your goddamn bikes. Give me your goddamn bikes. Call your parents. I don't care. No, y'all could go home. Max, you need a ride home? We'll give you a ride home. Actually, I'll do you one better. If you let me give you a ride home, I'll throw your bike in the trunk of the squad car. Tell me where you live. And I'll drive you home. No charges. No handcuffs. I might have to handcuff you in the front for safety because I don't want you choking me. Let's be real here, right?
Yeah.
I'll bring you home. Take the cuffs off. I'll open up the trunk. Knock on your door. Parents come out. I'm
Like
like,
old-
hi,
like
I'm
old school.
Officer Caraballo. Yeah, we just call your son wheeling in and out of traffic.
Yeah.
Listen, we can't have that.
Like old school times.
We could have did this. We could have kept this bike, whatever. But would that have been wrong? No, that would have been
No,
like,
that
yo,
would've
shout
been-
out to that cop for being real.
But that's the point.
We need to get back there.
That type of policing is what's necessary now.
Community policing.
Community policing.
We need to get back there.
Not this bullying. Grab my gun real quick.
But to say that they were saints is not right either.
Oh, nobody ever said that.
Yeah.
Nobody ever said that.
No, but to not say what they were doing is it's not good.
But it's
either.
also stupid, idiotic to just listen to a person and take their word as Bible. Okay.
Correct. You're right. You're
So
right. Do your own research. You're right.
That's my 100% thoughts right there. If you're gonna follow somebody, and I do follow all these people, and I do listen to what they say, but I'm not just gonna listen to what their words are. I'm gonna go and find
but you
5
didn't see
other
the-
people.
but you never found the video of them in the Woodbridge or the thing. I
Who?
had to tell you the video of them wilding in the mall.
I saw the mall one. I didn't see it incomplete because I was skipping. I didn't want to sit there for 17 minutes and some change and watch it. I got the gist of it. I saw what they were doing. I was unaware about the 3-year-old, but them riding bike in the mall is dangerous to begin with because there's people walking there.
It's fucking dope.
Well, you see it as dope because you're a bike rider and you do all this crazy shit.
I like people pushing. We're free. We're humans. We're free.
Yeah.
But guess what? Pay the consequence.
Yeah, but I saw that video. I saw them in the streets. I saw these videos already. You know what I'm saying? So when they posted it, I was like, shit. There was no other video that was out there that was being put out there. I didn't know he had a YouTube channel because I don't do the YouTube thing too much.
But I didn't either until I wanted to research it to see if these was just over policing.
But that's what I'm saying. People have these people. They're like, they get the information. Here's the information. They get the information. If you just go by this information right here, you're a fucking idiot. Excuse my language.
Yeah,
again.
but so's the person that posted it without doing their research.
Bro,
when you reach that many people,
nope.
I will
never blame the social media people for putting out whatever information, because if you just go by that, if a individual just goes by that, they're idiots. They're idiots.
But he
doesn't have to do anything. He's a regular person. He's putting out the information.
He's not a regular person.
That's
He's not me.
But that's the thing. People don't.
Nobody knows me,
bro. People have to do their own research. If you follow a social media person, and like I said, if you follow a social media person, you take their word to law, and then that's it. And then you just go by that and be like, no, you make your comment. You be like, oh, this is fucked up shit, whatever. But you don't do your research, then that's a problem. But that's not his problem. That's the people's problem. If the people are gonna blindly follow these people. And I don't blindly follow these people. I know people don't. A lot of people may, but I don't blindly follow those people. That's the idiotic thing. I'm telling you. If you don't do your research, if he drops something, he just drops it. All right, cool. Damn, that's fucked up. All right, let me see what the issue was. You don't think with the Micaiah thing, I didn't look up what happened? I saw what happened. The body cam video was already out when I saw what happened.
I can't speak on that one because I haven't looked into that one.
I did, but I have.
Yeah.
So I can speak on it.
Yeah.
Nobody needs to retract anything. People could say whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
Freedom of speech, like you said, like we said. Freedom. They could say whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
They don't have to retract shit. Even people on that level don't have to retract shit. People on Fox News don't retract shit. People don't retract shit. Do your fucking research. You don't do your research, you're a fucking goofy, as they call them now.
Yeah.
You're goofy as fuck. If you idolize these people and just go, they're not Jesus Christ. You can't just take his word and just say, and then go out into the streets and be like, they killed him. Nah, or they arrested him for nothing. But bro, do your research. They were stopped. He was arrested. He shouldn't have been arrested for just doing this. If he was being arrested for anything, it was because they physically have evidence that he did something, but he happens to be the only black person there. So retraction would have been nice. That would have been courteous, but it's not necessary.
Yeah, I just think that it should have been
I know.
Like he should
He
have
should
just
have.
said.
You feel he should have
He
retracted.
made
yeah.
it seem like they
Yeah.
were just Sunday cruising. Like, and that's
Well,
the
that's
thing.
what. It's not just.
And now
but it's
his
not just.
claim of over policing is valid.
But it's not. But it's not. It wasn't
It
just.
is valid.
What?
His claim of over policing
Yeah.
is valid.
Yeah, but he
the
wasn't.
thing that
But he wasn't the only one though
I
who
know,
posted that.
but I know.
DL Hughley posted it.
And all of them.
Yeah.
And all of them can hold
Exactly.
these same words that I'm saying.
Yeah, but I'm
They
saying,
all
but
need to be
but
like,
I'm saying no.
whoa.
All they do is put the information out
But
there.
they didn't say.
But
he
as
didn't
a-
just
but-
put the information, Sandra. He had
Okay,
to
I'm
add
sorry.
the traumatic.
He added- yeah.
And the kids and the child.
Yeah.
And the.
Yep.
Come on, fam.
So wait, that's
He
how.
should have
But
been
that's
like,
how
look,
you do it.
these
That's how
little
you do it.
motherfuckers was out here wilding,
But that's how you do it.
and they got arrested as or
You drop
stopped.
it. You drop it. You say the words. You know, he probably, like I said, the other videos weren't out. He had
posted
nothing.
ghosts. Yeah, he bounced. Yeah,
And cool.
But no, which
But
is
if you
cool.
but if the people don't do their own research
Which they
following
should do.
this,
Yeah, and like I said, you already know where I stand on all these issues, right?
Yeah.
And this is why I like politicking with you, because even though I'm doing this more on an exercise on my end to be like, am I really like? Because I thought that was extra what they did when they
Yeah.
arrested him. I'm like, yo, that's so OD.
yeah,
Like that's so OD. Just
because
take the fucking bike.
because you were them.
Yeah, just take the bike.
You were them. But I don't know if
Or not even take the bike. I never got my bike taken.
no. Who I don't even know anybody who ever got their bike taken.
I'm pretty. I could hit up my homie Ends. He'll probably be like,
Oh.
"Oh, mad times, right?" Or he just ran from him.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
One or the
yeah,
other.
yeah.
But either way, right?
But basically, there's over policing,
There is.
and I think, and I feel that every issue should hold the same weight, only because if something, you know, the kid in was he Chicago that he Adam?
Threw the gun.
Mm-hmm.
13 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if he was shooting at the police, I could see that being justified. You know what I'm saying? I could see a cop wanting to, you know, he was a dangerous kid, you know, but he didn't. He dropped the gun and he had his hands up when the cop rolled up.
You know what I want to do? You ever played VR, like virtual reality games with the goggles and the controls?
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Okay.
It looks. I swear to God, it's real life.
Uh-huh.
You know what I want to do? I googled this to see.
Yeah.
They make train, but it's cartoony, like cop training to see if you would or wouldn't shoot.
Okay.
Right. I want to have situations like that, just to see, even for me, would I or would I not
Yeah.
shoot?
But for the kid, he had his hands up.
But
But
in
what?
a still frame, the cop's not living life in a still frame capture. When he turned around, this is what I mean.
See, if you're quick to if you're not that quick to judge, being
But it was under a second. Do you know that it was under a second?
he hopped out, told him drop the gun. He had dropped
He's
the gun
running,
already.
and the gun was on his side.
Okay.
And it was. If you look,
Yeah.
did you notice the gun was racked back?
No.
You know what that means?
I know what that means.
It's empty.
Yeah.
So the cop probably seen the gun.
Yeah.
Nighttime. Only light he got is this.
Yeah.
I need you to run down an alley
But he
with
could.
the flashlight.
But he could. But when he said stop, and put your hands up, and the kid's like this, you see nothing.
He did this. He threw the gun
Yeah.
behind the fence.
But then he
and
was like
then
this.
went
Yeah. But then there's nothing there.
Between when the cop seen this,
Yeah, but okay.
look, just think about it.
Nah.
Seen this.
This is
right?
a whole nother podcast
It is.
because
We gotta be out. But real quick, seen this. Then it went.
so he's not trained enough to see. He's not trained enough to see the empty hands. That's what I'm saying. Are you trained enough? Is your training not good enough that you can't see the hands? This other black guy just got killed. I don't know where, and Lord forgive me for not knowing his name as of right now. But he got shot for having a cell phone to his ear, calling 911.
Yeah, look at Amadou Diallo 41 times. Got shot.
But
in
that's
his
what I'm
underwear.
saying. These
Yeah,
police
it's a problem.
officers are
It's a
not.
problem.
That's what I'm saying. And I can't. I'm not gonna sit here and say, well, there are sometimes when it's okay, and sometimes when most of the time it's lack of training or a lack of training that is available or lack of trainers. Because if you seen the video of the guy training the police officers, I don't know if you've seen that. I gotta send that to you.
I don't know.
He was saying basically they're warriors when they shoot and kill or something like that.
That's great.
To that, but it's on.
I would say maybe here. I don't know.
No, but I'm saying the lack of it's the lack of knowledge, the lack of training for me that these cops have, the lack of mental abilities that these cops have. They get mad and they go, oh, right, oh, Hulk smash. You know what I'm saying?
I would just like to have one of those VR things ready, so we could all try and see if we would or wouldn't.
But I'm not trained. I'm trained differently than that.
Yeah, but
we're
no,
not, but we're not trained individuals. These are trained individuals. We are regular people.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying like a course. We take a course. We try a course. Like if we feel this adamant of saying that that's wrong, in order to be sure,
but we're not.
Like we should see.
No.
Like I'd be like, all right, I would.
I wouldn't because I know the training that they have is crackerjack. You know what I'm saying?
All right, but the training's bad. I just think that there were times.
I got to go. Yeah. I'm sorry.
There were times where they had this guy doing another thing, and with fake rounds, they're like BBs though.
Yeah.
And he had to make a decision whether he popped the person or not. And he was like, look, I popped more people than I shouldn't have. Yeah. Because it was life or death.
Then don't. My thing is if you, I don't know. I wouldn't. That's why I'm not a cop. That's why I'm not a cop, because I'm not willing to take that risk of, shooting somebody, killing somebody when there was no need to shoot and kill somebody. Yeah. Just because of, oops, I thought I saw they did this, I did that. They were disrespectful, or they were black.
Yeah, I just think that there's
Spanish.
an issue with corrupt policing from day one, and we need to separate that from human error, so they both hold their own weight. Yep. You know what I mean? There's human error and there's fucked up policing, and you are the best.
I love
Thank you for coming here.
No problem.
Episode 41.
Hopefully, we'll get a different podcast.
Oh, yeah, because I want to talk to you about hunting.
Oh, I don't know. You and hunting, coño.
Because we got into that. That's the next one.
Yeah, we did. Damn.
That's the next. You thought I forgot?
No, I didn't think. I thought.
What's your name? Where you from?
Oh. Damn, I gotta get my drops better. I gotta get my drops.
To this day.
You thought I forgot? I remember.
To this day.
We're gonna do the hunting podcast.
To this day.
Hunting shit.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. Sandra, thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
You're the best. If you ever need anything,
I appreciate
let me know. You hit me up. I'm always here.
I appreciate you.
Whatever, just let me know. You're the best.
Sir. Yes,
and
sir.
guess what? We out of here. Peace.